Did it.
What? Why can't you? 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 I did this. Why can't you?
Indeed. Why can't you? Like and subscribe. Why?
I did it.
But why? Why?
Mikey, I'm gonna need you to get drug tested.
I literally have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
I literally have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Oh man,
We got to get him on the show.
yeah. Roland Martin he's great.
Like, Uncle Ro, come on, man, just do the thing. Just do the StreamYard, man. 20 minutes. That's all we need. 20 minutes.
Hell, I would take
You're
like a quick 10-minute interview. I would take that.
Can we play the intro song for you and get your reaction? Shit, give us something. Give us something. Hi, everyone.
You will notice that we are not talking about food today.
Oh, yeah. Right. No food today.
Too many things are happening.
Oh, God. As soon as we try to have a relaxing day about food, I found so many good clips, too. But alas,
too many things are happening.
Because of that, you get the buttons.
Okay. Yay, buttons.
It's your turn, I guess.
We'll do it
I
live. Fuck it.
Can't hog the buttons, can I? Adam.
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain that.
Chris C, very observant.
This
a
is
headliner on a
sick
Wednesday?
shit.
It is sick shit to have a headliner on a Wednesday. That's what's
It
wrong
is.
with this place. P.I.
I doubt it.
Person impersonator. There she is.
Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards.
Allie.
These were the free speech advocates.
We Shazadi.
Read history. You learn from history.
With the Tim's hat.
Tim's hat.
Bonjour.
McKinnon.
In the hell?
No.
Oh no, really? Yeah, Savannah Guthrie's mom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's kind of fallen out of the news, but last time I heard it hasn't happened.
It's been like 2 months.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
that's rough.
It's a horrible day. Tez, what's up?
Cortez, wait, I know the one we're supposed to play for Cortez.
Boring, Huey.
Yeah, we're not doing food today because the world's on fire.
Yeah, I was at school and I saw the Pete Hegseth on Capitol Hill stuff, and I was like, oh man, we got to talk about that. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. How, dude? How? So much money. So much money.
Put in your votes now.
Okay. Where do we begin? I mean, I would much rather be watching Daigo the Beast Umehara versus Mena Republica Dominicana.
Yeah.
You know that's what RD stands for?
I did not know that was in that particular case what that stood for.
A lot of people have like DR or RD at the end of their thing. So his name is Mena. Like Mena the Bull. But everyone just calls him, it's like, oh, look, Menard. Yes, Menard.
Menard. Yeah,
really
no. We got to talk about stuff and
things.
Fucking thing sucks.
It's not right, is what it is. I wouldn't.
McKinnon.
It costs one illegal incursion on a foreign state to get that hoodie.
Speaking of costs and merch, hey, we have merch, and
True.
I'm gonna pimp it for a few seconds here.
Oh,
I got the hat.
Wait.
I like it. Hey, do you like merch? And do you like the
Yes.
Bin podcast? Well, those
Yes.
two things are two things that go great together because we
Wow.
have Bin merch.
We sure do.
You can get a Tim's hat or a fuck the hell off t-shirt.
Wait, I got it. It's right here. I got it.
Fuck the hell off.
And we have 5 designs, all designed by McKinnon, who designs hilarious things. I also have the
plenty
loose.
of things are bad and wrong, but it doesn't make them fascist.
I have the loose thumb sink ships magnet on my fridge back there because it's hilarious. So yeah, go to the Bin shop. TeePublic usually gives you a discount, even if stuff's not on sale. And get your Bin merch now.
Stupido!
Stupid low prices.
Stupid low prices. Yes, 0% off with code fuck the hell off.
They charge you 10%.
You get charged an extra 10%.
And they won't take it off after you do that. Even if you refresh the page, they remember you. Cookies, bitch, I got you. You'll never get it. You have to use a new device.
So what do you want to discuss first, Mikey? Do you want to discuss Hegseth? Or do you want to talk about the Supreme Court saying racism is okay?
We can start with the racism. I'm not opposed to it.
So let me find the clip. So in a Supreme Court ruling today, this was in a gerrymander ruling with the state of Louisiana for MAGA Mike's district.
No, I can pull up a picture of that district. Actually, I might have it in my screenshots. Let me double check. Because I think I did this just recently.
In ABC News special report.
ABC News special report.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. We're coming on the air because the Supreme Court has
You're
just
what?
released a major decision.
They are.
Phillips, we're coming on
The report.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. We're coming on the air because the Supreme Court has just released a major decision which could have a profound impact on the midterm elections. The justices issuing a ruling on a case out of Louisiana involving the Voting Rights Act, redistricting, and whether states must end any consideration of race when redrawing congressional maps. The decision potentially reducing the influence of minority voters and minority representation in Congress. Let's get right to our senior Washington correspondent, Devin Dwyer, who covers the Supreme Court for us. Devin.
Kira, this decision is 6-3.
He looks like a Devin.
Big
Written by Justice Samuel Alito, and it's a significant decision and a setback for the landmark Voting Rights Act of 1965, which was passed to guarantee equality in how we vote, and of course addressing the systemic and historic racial discrimination, especially across the South. This decision came in a case out of Louisiana involving a court-ordered drawing addition of a second majority Black district in that state because of the size of the state's population. And the Supreme Court today, in this decision, said that the court violated the 14th Amendment by adding, the state rather, violated the 14th Amendment by adding that district. They used race impermissibly, consciously, to add a second district to aid those voters. And they said that is simply not allowed under our Constitution. Justice Samuel Alito didn't go as far as saying race can never be used in drawing these maps. That's something the court has affirmed before to comply with the Voting Rights Act, but he put a significant new limit on how courts can order states to draw their maps to be more equitable. He said that Section 2 imposes liability only when evidence supports a strong inference that the state intentionally drew its map to discriminate. So a setback for minority voters in Louisiana. And now, Kira, the impact of this decision is going to start to ripple across the country.
So the Supreme Court said, Samuel Alito said, that unless a state is explicitly doing racial gerrymandering, it's fine. And the vagaries of gerrymandering are already pretty fucked up. Like you can say you're not gerrymandering based on race.
What are you talking about?
So which one is? I think the 6th district is MAGA Mike.
No, he's in 4 up here.
In 4?
He's the one that has this purple stripe going through it. Let me read off some of the. Oh, this one doesn't have the cities in it. Fuck. But Shreveport, Baton Rouge, and Louisiana are.
Yeah.
Or not Baton Rouge. Let me see. Let me grab the other one.
But so the redistricting effort and I believe the district they were arguing against was the 6th district because it just carves out very certain parts of the state.
Oh,
and
you know what? You know where this comes up, Tim? When I fucking sent this in the group chat.
Oh. This is a story that we have been following.
Yes, this is open in new. No, wait. Open image. There we go. A new tab. No, where is it? Where's my? There we go. Boop. Yes. So this is the best example of fucking like a way to demonstrate gerrymandering. This is how you do it. If you look, for the 2020 presidential, except for District 2 and District 6, none of the other districts have more than 30%. Except for 5's a little bit over. And that is specifically by design.
Yeah.
They packed all of the Democratic voters they could, the vast majority of them, into these 2 districts so that they sacrifice, they'll sacrifice 2, sacrifice 6, and then they'll win 1, 3, 4, and 5.
And yes, this is a gerrymandering practice known as packing, where you pack as many of the people you don't want into as few districts as possible so that they don't influence the other districts. The other tactic is known as cracking, where instead of packing them into one district, you put them into districts so that they're so dispersed, it doesn't matter. Their influence is very little, and they don't really have a say regardless. So
the Center for Politics says here, the new black majority seat is labeled LA 6, Louisiana 6. In the early 1900s, Louisiana briefly had its maps that featured majority black seats that did not touch the New Orleans area. In 1992, a Z-shaped district connected Baton Rouge and Shreveport by hugging the Mississippi and Arkansas borders. In 1994, the seat was redrawn to connect those 2 cities by following the Red River for a seat that resembled a backslash. And that's kind of what it is now.
Yeah.
Ahead of 1996 elections, the seat was ruled unconstitutional, and the New Orleans centric District 2 had been the state's sole majority black district. So 2 covered up where all of 6 was. So they added 6. They made 6 out of 2.
Right.
So they're saying, no, you go back to that just all being 2.
$5 from Tons of Mice super chat. Tim's hat 2026, packing it.
And cracking.
Packing and cracking.
We don't like
those are terrible terms for political jargon, but whatever.
Defending cankles, McTaco tits, and owning the libs. That's thirst.
So, real quick, guys. Mike Johnson is in number 4. So Shreveport, Louisiana, which is a very black city, is right here in this little spot right here. He said, "Get that shit the fuck out of my district."
Look how far it snakes up into his district too.
Yeah.
It's fucking
narrow
crazy.
up there. They said, no blacks. No gracias. just the whites, please. Whites egg. I would like my omelet with whites only. Thank you very much. I know. Well, at least I'm pretty sure I know where you're at, Jukebox. I think you're not in his district. I think. Yeah. Yes.
Grinder
Mike
Johnson. So yeah,
Grinder
the Speaker of the House made sure that his district was super safe.
And I'm not sure what. Oh, he was a senator. Never mind. I was about to say there's a bunch of them that have been they seem just stuck in Congress and we can't get rid of them. It's because look at their fucking districts.
Yeah.
You know how hard it's going to be to get fucking Mike Johnson out of there? Most of that shit is fucking swamp and farmland. So like the few homes that are there, you know, those are his buds. So
yeah, unless someone hacks his Grinder profile.
Like that guy did.
Yeah, and expose him or he gets like Matt Gaetz or something. He gets thrown out of there. He ain't going nowhere. He's going to retire in Congress or move his way up in the Republican ranks.
We'll have to set up a honeypot at CPAC. We need one of our gay brethren to play as bait. I need you to be the goat at Jurassic Park and let the T-Rex bring him in.
Ooh, the tariff refunds are happening. GM is expecting a $500 million Trump tariff refund, boosting its 2026 outlook earnings. Trump did threaten any company who's going to try and get a refund, and GM was like, fuck that shit.
Bitch, 500 billion. Is it million or billion?
Million,
it's gotta be
500 million.
It's got to be more than million.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it was probably what, like a 25% tariff on cars.
So it's $500 million.
$500 million, yeah, it's $500 million.
Think about it that way.
I mean, if you think about it, that is probably what they paid for shipping. What is McKinnon? What nonsense have you done?
Oh boy. Let
me refresh the old page here, see what he did.
Take this off the screen. Now the article goes on and says, now did we mention there seemed to be some score settling going on with a black majority, red Democratic seat added to the map? One Republican member had to get thrown under the bus with their positions at the top of the House GOP food chain. Speaker Mike Johnson, Louisiana 4, Republican, and Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Louisiana 1, were not realistically going to be imperiled. In fact, Johnson now has the reddest district on the map.
Yeah.
On the outgoing plan, he had the most marginal Trump won seat, though it was still a seat that gave Biden less than 40% of the vote. In North Louisiana, Rep. Julia Letlow, LA5, is a Scalise ally in Acadiana. That's a weird. Rep. Clay Higgins, oh my God, I hate him. Third district in the Southwest Corner District is hard to dismantle. So yeah, like this is how motherfuckers get stuck with people they do not like, is because they set this shit up so that it is very hard to find somebody. Yes, it's very hard to find somebody in that district that can beat that person, especially if, heaven forbid, I mean, the lowest, I think it was in Chicagoland, the lowest of the low is I've seen them move the fucking district line to across the street from the person's house.
Jesus.
Like they cut the shit right in front of the, you know what I mean, through the middle of the street. That was the edge of the district so that they were no longer in the district that they wanted to run for. Now they're in another district with their like friend. Just, you know what I mean? Just like flip that bitch the other way, like Battleship, so that it was like overlap. I was like, that is some foul shit. But I think there should be some definite hard, at this point, I would say there needs to be a constitutional amendment.
Yeah. Yeah, there does. There does.
Independent councils to set them, and they set them at the census. Or even if they want to do it every 5 years, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I would be fine every year, to be honest. but it just seems like there's going to be too much.
Yeah,
I
think that would shift around what voters think their district is too much.
Yeah.
I think every 5 years is probably the soonest.
Yeah.
Because people need to know what district they're voting in,
And life happens, like with the shit that was going on in Texas with the extreme weather and the floods and the fucking the freeze a couple of years back. A lot of people have left. Their demographics are different. And that was in less than 10 years.
Yeah.
That was like 3-4 years ago. So things shift pretty faster than the decade. So I think the decade might be a little too late for the tail to wag at that point.
Yeah, societal and population shifts do happen a bit sooner than they used to. So
yeah, we're a little accelerated, so we should probably kick that up.
All right, Mikey. One quick ad break here.
We cannot take that down before we get sued.
What do you mean?
We can't have that. That's clearly fucking Godzilla. What are you talking about?
You don't know that. You don't know that. That's Binzilla. That's Binzilla. Anyway.
Tim, you like lawyers? You like lawyers? Who is that? Paramount? Who are we trying to get after?
That's Binzilla.
Look, if you don't...
I took it down. Anyway.
Don't use copyrighted material. What are you doing to us?
Anyway, here's the rest of the report.
Let's talk about that impact and bring in our legal contributor and law professor at Hofstra University, James Sample. I mean, James, this is clearly, gutting landmark legislation here.
Absolutely correct, Kira. This is a ruling that almost completely constitutionalizes a color blindness principle to the point that even race-conscious remedies designed to remedy racial discrimination are unconstitutional under the very amendments, the 14th and 15th Amendments, that the Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act were designed to make real and manifest in the country. So this is a diametrical shift in voting rights practices, a diametrical shift in the area of race and racial discrimination and the remedies for racial discrimination.
James, thanks. Let's bring in again Chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce. Now, Mary, let's just talk about what this will mean for the midterms and beyond.
Yeah, it might be Parliament time.
It might be Parliament time. We get like 10, 12 different parties. We're going to have a constitutional convention anyway. And we just like write in a parliament because this I'm about sick of this shit. I'm ready for some PMQs. You know what I'm saying? America edition, US style.
Yep. No, it's time to fucking rewrite the system because it ain't working.
What a laughable fucking joke this is.
Kira, President Trump certainly has backed this nationwide effort to try and redraw districts ahead of the midterms to try and boost Republicans' chances. We haven't heard from the president yet about this ruling, but I suspect he certainly will have some positive comments to say about it. This is also worth noting that this announcement is coming just the morning after the president had 6 conservative Supreme Court justices.
Yeah.
Think of how fucking annoying they're going to be when they still lose.
Oh my God, they're going to be so annoying when they still lose. Bro, they're going to be... The amount of cope that we get in the chat right now is going to be nothing.
Oh my God.
Compared to November, the day after the election.
Because we got to gloat. We should come in tuxedos.
Oh my God. We might.
Champagne looking like Leo. Fucking.
Just play that "We Got 'Em" clip over and over and over.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. They're gonna be so pissed.
They're gonna be unhinged, dude.
They are.
They're not ready to understand that they're wrong.
They're not. And listen, they don't think they're wrong. So the episode that we posted yesterday already got some comments, and people are like, "You guys are so wrong. You don't even know." And I'm like, dude.
About what?
So they thought that we were wrong about Trump being bad, like usual.
But he is. He's demonstrably is.
I know this. They said that we don't know the math. That's what they said in the comments, that we don't know the math.
But these are the same people like, yeah, that's why we have to go in there and get the nuclear material. It's like, but you said it was blown up. Right. But they could dig it out. So then why'd you blow it up if they're just going to dig it out? Because they need to sign a deal. What are they going to do in the deal? Send it to another country. Well, why didn't you just do the deal first before you blew it up? Shut up. You hate America. And it's like, all right, man. All right, man. It's like look, the sidewalk's right there. You don't have to walk in a cactus bush. Not walking on no pussy sidewalk. All right, man. I'm just gonna walk on the sidewalk. You do not have to walk in the lava / cactuses. No, this is patriotic.
Oh, because we were talking about the ballroom and all that. So one person commented, it wasn't the ballroom that was important. It's what's underneath it. Because the president wants to put like a fucking bunker down there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, it's not the ballroom. It's, they're going to fucking do a thing. I was like, that doesn't matter.
He's going to try to Tutankhamun himself in there, dude. Guaranteed. Like, if it's not supposed to be done till 28, 29, and this motherfucker's supposed to be walking out the goddamn door, he's like, oh, can I still come and hang out? No, he's just going to fucking, I live here. This is my house. I peed in the corner, so it's mine. Like some weird, he's gonna say some weird shit.
One person, Joshua GOP posted,
but
where was all this talk when Obama drone bombed the hell out of Syria and helped kill Gaddafi?
We didn't have a show yet because I was 22.
Right.
But we've talked about drone bomber a million times.
Yeah, we call him a war crime president all the time. He did war crimes.
My fucking wife just fucking sent me screenshots of the stream. Fucking talk about I'm cute. Get out of here, lady. I got a wife.
She called you cute about the stream?
She gave me the little smiley thing with the heart eyes. That's just lust. You know what I mean? I feel like, oof. She's pushing up on me,
Well, thanks for watching, Mrs. Famine.
I like the video.
Yeah. Subscribe. The next person the next person posted, Trump really wants a ballroom to exist for future presidents.
Mm-hmm. I think let me read it how I think they got it.
Okay.
Trump really wants a ballroom to exist for future presidents. It's really for the future ones. I promise. It really is.
This is the one that really got me. James posted.
All right, James. Hi, James.
Y'all should research things while you're talking because there are more false statements than made than factual ones. The war didn't cost $500 billion. I didn't say that. I said they want $500 billion in the next budget.
So he wasn't listening. Okay.
Yeah. So where did that come from? We've only lost 3 pieces of equipment in the whole conflict. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, what? We blew up 7 planes to save that one pilot.
Yes.
Like, does
Trump
he not know that?
We did. Trump said it.
See,
first of all, we lost the F-15.
What he should do is he should research shit before he fucking comments.
Yo, he said they blew up some of those fucking C-17 fucking shits. So that they could, huge ass planes.
You played Battlefield, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the big jumbo jets have on pallets little birds.
Right.
And then they can wheel it down or whatever, pull it down the sled or whatever, and then the little birds take off.
Right.
And then
that's what happened.
And they blew all that up.
Yeah.
It was like 8 aircraft or something altogether. Like, it wasn't I don't know what the fuck this guy is talking about, but dude, do yourself a favor, James. If you ever catch wind of this, stop watching Fox News. Watch Deutsche World, the German one. Watch Al Jazeera, BBC, LBC.
You won't watch Al Jazeera. That's too foreign sounding.
I'm just saying, like, if you really want to challenge your ideas, watch your opponent's news.
Yeah.
Don't look at us. We're not your fucking opponents. We're your fucking countrymen who you fucking despise for some reason, even though we didn't do shit to you. Go watch your actual point. Go watch the Qatari government sponsored shit. Go watch it.
So James goes on to say, I'm not going to say all of it because some of it is hate related, but saying
let's zoom in on the hate.
Yeah. Saying that a victim of violence is at fault is crazy in America where we have the First Amendment. I don't know what James is referencing.
I was about to say, what the hell could he be talking about?
I have no idea.
Saying that a victim of violence is at fault is crazy in America where we have the First Amendment.
I understand the logic. I follow what this guy's saying. Okay, right.
Okay.
We were saying that Trump is the reason why what happened at the White House Correspondents' Dinner happened.
Oh, him riling everybody up on purpose because he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
And he literally, everyone says, oh, he likes to troll. He likes to people are dying and family members being separated. They're not laughing.
Right. So he thinks that we're blaming Trump for the violence that Trump has instilled on Trump. And I am. It is his fault.
Cankles, McTaco tits, and owning the libs. That's Thur.
Thanks, Raquel.
James goes on to say, I like the way the president talks. It's the way real men talk that aren't slur.
No. Gay is not a slur.
Well, I mean, he means it in a
He's trying to be negative about it, but if he's like, because they're black, like you can say black. You can say
I get it. I'm just not trying to be overtly offensive like he is.
He's probably gay, dude. Everything about these people is fucking projection. He probably is like very attracted to one of us. I'm
just saying I'm not trying to be derogatory. He is.
Yeah, he is. Because he's in love with us because he's fucking leaving us love letters 12 hours ago. Jesus, go to sleep, dude. It's
he
fucking
said
1:30 in the morning. He's fucking dreaming about us.
he says, you said a bunch of crap I don't like. Does that mean it's your fault if it happens to you? What the fuck does that mean?
He don't know what he talking about. He don't know.
Like and subscribe.
Poor James.
Poor James.
He out here trying to get somebody to look at him. Before you press that button.
Yes, he does want a Führer bunker.
Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards.
Nicole Wallace is never coming on the show.
Nope.
Broke my ass.
Trump's not invited. Diz thinks James is a Jesus fucking Christ. James is a stupid person.
He is.
My focus is unfocusing.
You're unfocused, Mikey.
I'm trying to pay attention.
All right. This is the entire hearing.
Whoa.
So I don't know if you want anything specific.
Oh, with Keg's breath?
Yeah, with Keg's breath here.
Let me check Forbes real quick because I just saw that here. Oh, wait.
Do you have specific clips? Because I mean, it's still going on right now.
We got Jerome Powell's doing a hearing. All right, what's going on here? Did he already do it? I hear a door.
I don't think he did it yet.
Damn, they've been waiting 15 minutes. They better than me. They got about 10 more seconds, and if he don't take his bald ass out there, yeah, that's a wrap. All right, no Jerome Powell.
No Jerome Powell.
He's shy.
Let's do Ro Khanna first.
Ro Khanna wins.
Here we go.
He does sound like a
match.
He sounds like a Mortal Kombat character. Ro Khanna wins.
Fatality.
Friendship again. Can't hear nothing.
I muted the video. Let's try that again.
As a gentleman from California, Mr. Khanna.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary Hegseth, tomorrow is 2 months since the war has begun. You've testified that it was $25 billion in cost in terms of the munitions we used and what we paid for it. But when you add to that the damage that was done to our bases and today's dollars for buying replacement munitions and replacement aircrafts, what has the total cost been over the last 60 days?
That number right now reflects the total cost that we're seeing.
Including buying in today's dollars, the new weapons and replacements, and including the damage there? That's your testimony.
If there's adjustments to that, I would defer to the comptroller on that.
And how much are you seeing in terms of, are you asking in terms of supplemental funding just for the Iran mission from this committee?
If and when a supplemental is submitted,
how much?
the majority of it would not just be for, would not be for
what would be the
Fury, it would be
ballpark for Iran?
munitions related to the entirety
Just
of
a
what
number,
we want to
sir.
get done.
A number, what would you submit? What
It would be within on Iran, it would be less than 25 billion, but there's a lot more we would ask for beyond just Iran.
You're saying it's
considering-
25 billion. Okay, I would just, if you come back, you want to revise those numbers because all the experts are disagreeing with you when it comes to today's dollars and damage, but you can revise it. How much did it cost American taxpayers in terms of the strike to the Iranian school?
Can you pause it real
where kids
quick?
were killed. Do you have that number?
So what he's saying is, oh my God, this is rough. What he's saying is, yeah, you're saying it's 25 billion. That's what we paid then for what we spent. It's gonna cost more than that to replace it because all the prices have gone up. So what is the price of that? And then that's the thing he shoved off to the comptroller.
Right.
So 25 billion, that might have been back 25 billion back in 2010, 2015, and it's just been sitting around. You know what I mean? That could have been a very long time ago, 25 billion. Who knows how much he's fucking blown through? That could have been a lot of shit, or it could have been like, you know, a little bit, but it at $1 million a piece and his 4,000 something targets. Yeah, that might have been most of it. I've heard from breaking points, we might be down a little over 50% of our reserves.
Right.
Like he blew 40% of our shit in like the first week.
He blew his load.
Indeed.
Couple of comments from the chat. Diz says, the U.S. has been lying to its citizens since the founding fathers. You are not the greatest nation, nor the most free. Universal health care isn't communism. It's decent social contract. I agree.
Yeah.
I was talking to my students today about social change and social movements and how they get done. And the fact that America hasn't gotten to some of the same places that other countries have through social movement and the unwillingness of the political parties to actually support certain things that would be good for society and good social contract is part of the reason why we're not anywhere near where we need to be. Also,
and even if we wanted to, McKinnon, you're being summoned. Right, he hasn't had a shot all day. When people think of this like weirdo capitalist pyramid scheme that they think that they're gonna win, in the meantime, it would behoove all of us to not have, you know, like a fucking casino lobby full of desperate people. You shouldn't just have like, you know, like more than half of the populace just be that.
yeah.
It'd probably make for a pretty unstable society if you just starved everybody to death and drove them all crazy and put them against each other, made them desperate. I mean, you could do that, and then you're like, oh, well, they'll just take it because they want to be good people, or they could just stop being good people.
Well, and we were talking about that in class because we were talking about how in society social movements start when people feel like their lives are not in their control.
Right.
And once people feel like their lives are in control, then there's expectations to sort of meet that freedom or whatever they're trying to get, that stability, and then raising expectations to have better circumstances. But as long as people feel like their shit's not in their control, they're gonna ask for revolution.
Right.
Now, whether that's like broad societal revolution or social change on a specific issue is depending on what part of their lives are not in control, what part of their lives they don't feel like they can control. But time and again in society, when people feel like they don't have control over their lives, they will seek change.
They don't want to be unhappy. They're going to do whatever they got to do to make themselves happy. Your job as a politician is to make them happy, or at least make them think that they're about to be made happy. If you just want to tell them about how bad it is and how much worse it's going to get, and then promise them the world and then don't provide it for them, guess what? Still haven't gotten anything yet. And they don't like that.
And, you know, part of the job of a politician in a representative democracy is that you are supposed to help them feel like their lives are within their own control.
Yeah.
And if as a representative, you're just saying, well, suck it up, Buttercup, you got to fucking go with the flow, regardless of what is going on. Like if all these Republicans are like, well, we just got to believe Democrats too, but you know, the MAGA folk, you just got to believe that Donald Trump has like this big grand plan and it's all going to work out for us. People aren't believing the lie anymore.
And it's like such an obvious, there's no way he can even provide to you what he's offering. He can't do that for himself. He'd never accomplished that in his first term. You know what I mean? Like he's never done the shit that you guys are wanting him to do.
Right.
He has no record of ever being able to accomplish one of those things. He's never done it once. Not in his personal life, not his political life, never. Even the first administration, never. He's never been able to do it. We're still waiting the 2 weeks for his fucking healthcare plan.
Yeah. Yeah. He still has
10 years.
Concepts of a plan.
10 fucking years we've been waiting.
Yeah.
10 years.
This administration is completely incapable of actually doing positive things for the country.
They don't know how.
They're just, all they're doing is taking what they can and on the way out, burning everything.
Right.
So Pete Hegseth is like the military manifestation of that.
He's what happens when you go full Fox News.
Yeah, literally.
In terms of the missiles we used, as I've said, that unfortunate situation remains under investigation.
You don't know how much it costs the
investigation, but I
taxpayer?
wouldn't tie a cost to that, to anything.
It's a reasonable question, no, sir? I mean, our taxpayer money was going there. Do you know how much it will cost Americans in terms of their increased cost in gas and food over the next year because of the Iran war?
I would simply ask you what the cost is of an Iranian nuclear bomb.
I'm going to give you that opportunity.
I would simply ask you what you're
but
playing gotcha
sir,
questions
sir,
about
no, it's
domestic
not.
things. I'm not.
You're saying it's a gotcha question
Hold
to ask
on.
what
Go
it's
back.
going to
Go
be
back.
in terms of the.
That is the worst deflection I've ever heard. The worst deflection I have ever heard.
Ro kind of asked him about, do you know what the cost is to the American citizens personally for this war, for their energy costs and food costs and all that? And Hegseth was like, yeah, but what about nuclear weapons?
You already blew it up.
You already did it.
You done already. You said you did it.
If you didn't do it, then just say you didn't do it.
Right. But you can't have already done it and still be wanting cash to go do it again.
Right. We'll listen to it again.
Increased cost in gas and food over the next year because of the Iran war?
I would simply ask you what the cost is of an Iranian nuclear bomb.
I'm going to give you that
I
opportunity.
would simply ask you what you're playing gotcha questions
Sir,
about
no, it's
domestic
not.
things. I'm not.
You're saying it's a gotcha question to ask what it's going to be in terms of the increased
Why
cost
won't
of
you
gas
answer what
and
it costs to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear bomb?
Because he's the fucking senator.
Right.
House
He's
rep.
the rep. He's
Yeah.
the rep.
Because he's the rep asking you questions. You know, just
And
like, hey, I just had some questions I had to answer for you now that you're here. Like, what the fuck?
And by the way, if they did it correctly, preventing Iran from getting a nuclear weapon could have cost almost nothing.
Oh, you mean like the first deal? Even the first
Yeah.
deal cost us nothing.
Yeah.
It wasn't our money, that it was their money that we had frozen in accounts that we gave back to them.
Right.
It was just federally seized assets. We didn't have to pay anything. We stole it.
Also, if they did it correctly, my gas wouldn't be fucking $4.30 a gallon.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing. It cost, let's see, it cost the Secretary of State, which was John Kerry at the time, a month of his time, plus a bunch of diplomats and experts, probably about 2 years of their time.
And that's the thing, like, it was like 18 months behind the scenes, then like, the fucking, all right, you're lubed up enough, get in there, you could do this, Kerry. And then Kerry goes in there and fucking does his thing for fucking 21 days or 23 or 4 days or whatever it was. These motherfuckers in the middle of the night just dropped off fucking Jared and fucking Steve and said, y'all got this. Just dropped them in random. Just drop these two yahoos in there.
Opal says it's $4.39.
Holy shit.
This is regular, I assume.
And see, like, that's not, and this is what I was telling people on political shows earlier this year or last year. The cult starts to wash away when you have to fucking go to the gas pump.
Yeah.
And if you try to, regulate your monies that you're doing, and you're going to put 20, 25 in whenever you want, that means you're going to be at the gas station more frequently.
Yeah.
And that's going to make you even more upset. Unfortunately, this is the touch the stove moment that I have been warning everyone against. We are touching the stove. These people have put us in a position where our hands coming down, and there is nothing that is going to get in the way of us touching this hot ass stove. So guess what's about to happen? It is about to burn and blister, and there will be pain.
Yeah, diesel's near $6. Diesel in my neck of the woods is $5.60.
And 80% of the shit that's in your house right now came out of a fucking semi truck.
Yeah.
Which runs on fucking diesel.
Yeah.
How are you gonna get your fucking cleaning supplies and your fucking construction equipment? Farming equipment.
Yeah, it all runs on diesel.
All diesel.
What it costs? What would you pay to ensure Iran doesn't get a nuclear bomb? What would you pay?
I reclaim my time. Do you not know? You had no one do the analysis of what the increased cost of gas and food on the American people are going to be?
No.
What is the cost of Iran holding that straight at issue with
nuclear weapons? Stupid or dumb?
It's $631 billion, which means it's an increase of $5,000 a year for American households. Now, let me give you this point. You're saying
$5,000. I ain't got $5,000.
Wait, time out. Y'all was supposed to be giving us $5,000 because you gave them tax cuts. That was my Doge check that's never showed up. But now you telling me this Iran war is going to add to that. So now I'm down 10 grand.
Yep.
Come on, man. I can't afford this presidency. It's cost too much. It's too much. Too racist. Too much.
Oh,
too
boy.
pedophilic. Too much.
Acknowledge that there is an economic cost to the American people for doing what you believe is necessary to make Iran denuclear. Will you acknowledge the economic cost?
We have an incredible economic team that's managing this better than but what the previous administration did for our economy, what the previous administration did for the inflation,
you know what's upsetting?
Administration did with COVID, and you're going to lecture this administration about the economy?
You know what is upsetting?
Incredible.
You didn't even do the analysis on how much it's costing the American people. It's one thing if you said, okay, it costs the American people $5,000, but we think it's worth it. That's what we've done in World War II and other wars. Here's what it costs. You got to pay for it. You don't even know what the average American is paying. You don't know what we paid in terms of the missiles that hit the Iranian school. You don't know what we're paying in terms of gas. You don't know what we're paying in terms of food. Your 25 billion number is totally off. It's the incompetence.
Damn.
It's the incompetence. Let me ask you this. Certainly, maybe here we'll find agreement. There was still 440 pounds of low-enriched uranium, correct, when President Obama, after the JCPOA. Is that accurate?
The amounts and types are classified.
Okay. Will you acknowledge that there were 970 pounds of uranium enriched after Trump tore up the JCPOA?
The JCPOA was a terrible deal that allowed
Nobody
Iran to
asked you
path
on
to a
it.
nuclear bomb.
Nobody asked you if you thought it was a good idea.
He asked you about the 900. Now count with me now. 970. Keep up, Petey.
Yeah. DEI Pete.
Yes. Drunken, unhinged, inexperienced. DUI.
DUI Pete. Haha, got him.
Boom, roasted. Yeah, and he's
deal
Christian
with
Asper's right. Does.
Wait. Oh man,
Jesus.
all the sounds are so jumbled around.
I know. Our brains don't like that.
This'll do, I suppose.
Democrats are revved up.
Yo.
Platitudes.
Oh boy.
I doubt it.
asking you about numbers. Like you don't know what gas costs, you don't know what food costs, you don't know what the operation costs. You know, I get sound bites.
He gets driven.
But how about numbers? Do you know how much
He lives
the
on
enriched
military
uranium
housing.
was after
No,
you
he
ripped
has to
up
blow into the thing
JCPOA?
if he wants to drive.
I'll
and
give
he
you a
just-
number. I know that
he
as
just
was
gets
stated by early on, the price of gas
Here,
is
you drive
twice
my
as
car.
expensive in California, your home state, as anywhere else in the country because of the horrible policies your state pursued.
You know what? It used to be that type of stuff worked, and then you started to lose the people that you campaigned you wanted to be for, because you said you wouldn't get us into bad wars. You said you would bring down the prices. You know what I'm sad for? I'm sad for all the people who voted for Trump. I'm sad for them because you betrayed them. You betrayed a lot of that.
Y'all
MAGA
got
base.
bamboozled, yo.
And you know who knows that?
Yeah.
JD Vance.
Time to wake
knows that.
up.
Gentleman's time's
that's why he's
expired.
upside
Chair now
down
recognizes the
before.
gentleman from Nebraska, Mr. Bates.
Gentleman from Nebraska.
Good for Ro Khanna.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got going on here. Seth Moulton. Do we like Seth Moulton?
From where?
Gentleman yields back. Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Massachusetts, Mr. Moulton.
Thank you very much,
Oh,
Mr. Chairman.
Your neck of the woods.
Ooh, I think Seth Moulton used to be CIA. I don't remember for sure, but I think he used to be CIA.
All right. So
Chair,
no
you and I
jokes.
agree that Iran is a national security threat to us and our allies. Now, earlier you called us feckless for questioning your war. Do you think Congress was smart or feckless when it failed to ask tough questions of the Bush administration and gave them a blank check for Iraq?
Mm.
Well, if you're trying to compare this war to the Iraq
I'm just asking
war,
you, do you
which
think
the
it was...
Is that the guy that went to El Salvador?
I think one of them, yeah. Let me look up Seth Moulton. I think he tried to run for president and failed super hard.
I think both happened.
Seth Moulton. He lives in the 6th district in Massachusetts. He was in the Marines. He went to Harvard. Damn, this dude has done a lot of stuff.
He's been around.
He got a dual master's in business and public administration from Harvard.
Fuck.
He spearheaded an effort to oust Nancy Pelosi in 2018.
I like him already.
He's an Iraqi war vet. He got a commendation medal. I'm trying to figure out what his political career is. He did try to run for president.
Which one was that? 2016?
2014. Or I'm sorry, yeah, 2016.
Yeah, I mean, that was a slammed fucking. Well, how many people were in that fucking primary with Hillary?
A bunch. It was a clown car.
Was that the one? Was that the one that was 18?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
that was, or was it 16 for the Republicans or something like? There was a lot of people running.
Yeah, there was a lot.
It was a different age.
It was a different time.
Oh yes.
But he's been endorsed by Elizabeth Warren. I think we like this guy.
Let's see how he tears up old Kane here.
Well, if you're trying to compare this war to the Iraq
I'm just asking
war,
you, do you
which
think
the
it was
president
hard or
was the first
feckless?
one to call a stupid war, then it's a false comparison.
Okay, well, probably a good idea to ask tough questions. So let me just ask you a few questions. Did you advise the president that we should attack Iran?
Ooh.
We were, first of all, in this position in the cabinet, we never talk about what we would advise the president to do or
Well,
not.
do you think the president or
I've been
you
in
deserves more?
I've been in every meeting.
I understand
with
that.
the chairman and
Okay.
everybody else as
The
those
Secretary,
critical
I'm asking
decisions
the
were
questions.
made, and he got every
he's
perspective
fucked,
possible
dude.
when it came.
I'm
out.
just asking what your perspective is. Are you afraid to take ownership of this? Do you think it was a good idea or not?
As I've consulted the president, do I think it's a good idea to confront a nuclear bomb
To start this
in the
war.
hands of the? Imagine what the world would look like right now if Iran had a nuclear weapon.
Okay, so let's
just imagine.
Which, by the way,
if they had one,
every
which the
previous
Obama deal was
administration,
going to allow them,
including the first Trump administration,
they had one.
prevented them from having a nuclear weapon. So, listen, how is this war going? Do you think we're winning?
Militarily on the battlefield, it's been an astounding military success.
No, but are we winning the war?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do you call Iran closing the Strait of Hormuz winning?
Well, I would say the blockade that we
No,
hold
pause it,
that doesn't
pause it,
allow
pause it,
anything
pause
to
it,
come
pause it.
in or
Fuck you, little shitheads. Fucking calling us unpatriotic motherfuckers. He's saying the same goddamn shit we was saying. And he is a Marine and went to Harvard and did all that shit. All right? So, fuck you, Mr. Oh, why don't you enlist and why don't you do all that shit? Because the guy who did that is saying the same shit I'm already saying.
Mikey jump scare.
Got him. Got him.
out of Iranian ports.
Okay,
It's
so
always
we've blockaded their blockade. So they blockaded us, and then we blockaded their blockade. That's like saying, "Tag, you're it." Or if President Madison had said, "Well,
yeah."
Thank you, Lurch.
Oh, thanks. Like and subscribe.
British just burned down Washington, but don't worry, we're going to burn it down as well." Chairman Kane, did the military have plans for the idea that Iran might blockade the strait?
If somebody threatened to burn down my White House, so that we set it on fire first. Can't burn it down if it's gone.
Imagine in the War of 1812, we did that before the Canadians got there.
Ollie would be so sad if that was how history had happened. It's like, man, I really wish we would have burned it.
That is Russia style counter warfare. Is burn the shit before anyone else can get to it.
Pour salt on the ground behind you.
Yeah. They used to back in the day, they used to build their forts out of wood solely so that they could burn them as they left.
Because fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. Trump is definitely a racist.
Yeah. But
thanks for the question. I'll answer it this way. In this job, today. I have to maintain trust with a variety of constituents.
Okay, I'm just asking if the military.
Yes, sir. We, as always, my point in this is, as I explain the role, my point in this is we always offer a full range of military options that are carefully considered, with the associated risks with those options and the considerations therein.
So, Mr. Secretary, did you consider this risk?
Of course, this department has looked at all aspects of this risk. And
so then
because
why did you
this
send the
department
minesweepers, the only minesweepers we had in the Gulf, to Singapore weeks before the war started?
We have lots of capabilities that you may or may not be aware of at the classified level.
Okay, and
so go back, awareify.
The only minesweepers we had in the Gulf to Singapore weeks before the war started.
We have lots of capabilities that you may or may not be aware of at the classified level.
Okay, and
to deal with
you awarified. You might not be awarified of what we can do.
Have you been properly awarified of my activities on base? I don't think so. You better awareify yourself.
That is fucking hilarious.
It's grunt speak for fucking woke.
Yeah.
Awarified.
I'm awarified.
Two awarified suspects.
I love how his answer to the congressman asking him, why did we send our minesweepers elsewhere if we needed them for the strait? And he's like,
shut the strait and mine it. You knew they were going to do that, so you sent the minesweepers away.
And Hegseth's only response is, no, we didn't. You don't know. You don't know.
Fucking Trump was like, dude, tomahawks are fucking generic. Everyone has tomahawks.
Everyone's got tomahawks, guys. What are we talking about?
You mean us and our two allies that have them, and that's it on the whole earth?
Right.
Is that what you mean? You thought South Korea did that? Maybe Iran did it to themselves. Where have we heard that before?
I think Hegseth either doesn't know or forgets that there are Congress people who have classified.
Correct.
They have classified status, so they get security briefings. Like
Yeah,
there's
top secret clearance.
There's 8 people in the Senate and 8 people in the House who get intelligence briefings. So they fucking know. They know. They've
No,
been
they don't.
told. Unless you're keeping it from them, they've been told.
By the way, would the Trump class battleships have helped with this?
You're talking about a
Minesweeper.
prospective future battleship, which we welcome in the fleet.
Okay, so you're supportive of the battleships.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How much has Iran profited from your administration lifting the sanctions on Iran?
Hold on. Like, and for all of you other trolls that are out there, go ahead and get your little chat GPT answers together. Here's the question. How did lifting the sanctions on Iran punish Iran?
Oh, man. All right, Mikey, this is going to get a preemptive.
Is he lying or is he stupid? Put in your votes now.
They don't
Seth
need
Moulton. Seth Moulton is
a Senate.
Seth Moulton is ruining this guy.
He is giving him a full Zangief treatment.
Yeah.
When you started this war.
I can tell you, Iran is financially devastated right now.
Okay, well,
in conjunction with the
they've
Treasury
earned about
and
$14 billion.
Operation Economic Fury, they're at a point where between the blockade and what we've done to them militarily, remember, they don't have a Navy. They can't contest the blockade.
Okay.
Between what we've done to them
What kind of
militarily
a
and
Navy can
financially,
they buy
they're at a
for
place
$14 billion?
where they have very few options.
How many Chinese missiles can they buy?
Oh, shit.
What kind of Navy can they buy with $14 billion? I'm sure it's some.
More than they had yesterday, that's for sure. What?
How many Chinese missiles can they buy with $14 billion? Good question.
Damn.
Thanks for funding their war machine, Pete Hegseth.
It's not like Russia got their sanctions lip. Oops.
It's not like Russia has a fully ramped up military industrial complex that can just pump this shit out.
Oops.
Oops.
For $14 billion. Does that sound like winning?
They're not. We're ensuring, and they're not buying Chinese missiles.
Okay. You know
how?
At the end of the day, this also has a cost to us. If let's say this war costs $100 billion. I mean, you've already said give us more time. It's only been 2 months. It could go on for 20 years, like Iraq and Afghanistan.
Ugh.
Let's just say it costs $100 billion. What is that to the average American taxpayer? Do you have any idea?
Well, unlike foolish previous administrations, it won't go on
No, I'm just asking.
for years and decades.
Let's just say
Sitting in this
$100 billion.
position, it's hard to imagine how
You know
it
that?
allowed those things to happen. You were a part
You know
of that
the
war.
answer to that?
So was I. I never
I'm just asking if you know what
It's
the
roboting.
war
Now I
costs
know
the
what
average
the answer
American
is.
taxpayer.
Oh, is it roboting?
Yeah. Can you go back like 30 seconds?
Yes. Okay, we'll go back to.
Sorry, I
Foolish
couldn't
previous
understand anymore.
administrations, it won't go on.
No, I'm just asking.
for years and decades.
But let's just say
Sitting in
$100
this
billion.
position, it's hard to imagine how
You know
it
that?
allowed those things to happen. You were a part
You
of
know
that
the
war.
answer to that?
So was I. I never.
I'm
knew
just
what
asking if
the
you know
United
what
States
your
was.
war
Now I
costs
know
the
what
average
the answer
American
is.
taxpayer.
What's the cost of Iran having a nuclear weapon that they wield?
I'm
You
just
said it
asking if you know the
again.
cost of the average American
I'm
taxpayer.
asking you what
It's
the
about
That's all he's
$600.
got, man. Whenever anyone asks him about how much this shit is going to cost us, he's like, well, what's the cost of Iran having a nuclear weapon? I don't know. Ask Pakistan because they got nuclear weapons you never even fucking knew.
$70? I don't know.
Right.
Is it reasonable? 70 million? 7 grand? I don't know.
Once again, it could have been fucking nothing.
But then I would have had to keep up the Obama nuclear thing, and then everybody would be thinking about Obama instead of me.
Even forgetting about that, they could have gotten a better deal the day before they bombed the shit out of the country.
Oman literally was like, yo, they're gonna give you everything. It's all good.
They were going to give up all their nuclear material. They were going to give up getting a nuclear weapon, and they were going to give you a better deal in regards to sanctions than Obama got.
Actually, you misspoke. There was already a fatwa out. They were never gonna make a nuclear weapon.
Exactly.
Because their Ayatollah, their Pope, said it was against their religion for them to nuke anyone. So they decided not to do it. And then you guys blew up that guy with a missile.
And once
So
again,
who knows what the next ruler will say?
and once again, the regime was having problems within the country.
Yeah, that guy was 89 years old and he had like 17 different kinds of cancer.
And
He was
you know,
gonna
to talk
die.
about They talk about all the people that died in the protests, but the protests were for a reason. Iran was running out of water before this happened.
Well, now you've galvanized everybody because there's an external threat now.
And you've made them more hardline. There's a more hardline regime now. If you changed anything, it's they hate us more.
Well, you're useful, you know, if nothing else. They can always help our adversaries.
So for the American taxpayers out there, my constituents, some of the constituents you wanted to represent in Minnesota, I'm just wondering if they have an extra $600 lying around to pay for your war. I think that's just a question that we ought to ask. Now, quickly, on March 13th in a press conference, you said we will give them no quarter, no mercy. In order for no quarter or no survivors is a war crime under the Geneva Conventions. You understand that's murder. Do you stand by that statement?
The Department of War fights to win, and we ensure that our warfighters have the rules of engagement necessary to be as effective
so
as
just
humanly
to be clear,
possible.
you
which
called
they are.
Democratic members of Congress to be tried for sedition for reminding our troops to follow the law. But when you tell them to commit a war crime, you stand by yourself.
For insinuating that the laws
Congratulations,
that we're
Mr.
giving them are
Wow.
unlawful.
Time's
What a great
expired. Chair
guy.
now recognizes gentleman from Tim.
Played his ass.
Here we got another one.
Mindy.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary and General
Yeah,
Kane,
he's
let
not
me
built for
begin
this.
by thanking the men and women
Hold on,
of the
pause it real
United
quick.
States military.
Because normally he's on Fox News, and because he enlisted and all the rest of his co-hosts didn't, he gets to be the tough guy. He gets to be Homelander.
Yeah.
Motherfucker is sitting in there in a whole room full of soldier boys getting his fucking shit tossed. God damn, you're an embarrassment. Like he's getting he's giving big Homelander vibes at this point.
Yeah, he's getting, I mean, anytime he goes to these hearings, he gets his shit pushed in. He just does.
Humiliation.
and whenever he comes up against other vets like Tammy Duckworth or Seth Moulton, like he really gets fucked up by it.
For their service and their bravery.
Wait, clip
I
what?
recognize
What are we clipping?
What do we say?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, here, I'll put
I don't
a
remember.
marker.
I don't remember what we say.
I put a marker in so I could
What's
clip
the
it
short?
later.
What's the shortcut key for that?
Plus.
On the D-pad?
Either or.
Okay.
If you
That's
if you hit the button, it'll say marker created at whatever timestamp.
All right, test. Is it supposed to tell me something?
On the screen, yeah. Maybe you have to set your own hotkey.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. I'm just over here hitting plus.
I made it plus because I won't accidentally hit that button.
And which one did you do? What's it called?
It's it's like a key thing. Hold on. Marker created, so it's marker.
Oh, create marker. Oh, mine's B.
Okay. I changed it from B because I pressed that button too many times.
God damn,
that
you're
our
an
service
embarrassment.
members have performed with extraordinary courage and tactical skill, and they've done incredible things that our country has asked them to. Their professionalism and selfless service are not in question and never have been. What is in question is the purposes and the strategic direction of this war. Mr. Hegseth, as Secretary of the Department of Defense, you are ultimately responsible for the conduct of the Iran war. Any unvarnished review of what is happening right now in the Middle East would reveal a geopolitical calamity, a strategic blunder resulting in worldwide economic crisis.
Ooh, perhaps even a quagmire.
The result of Trump's war of choice is a serious self-inflicted wound to America. It will take years and a new administration to recover from the grave damage to our standing in the world, as well as our economy and our military. We must remember that 13 Americans have been killed in action, hundreds wounded, and thousands of civilians killed, including more than 100 school children. The risk of this conflict was foreseeable. I'm certain that the Department of Defense knew
trying to find the
that
clip.
it was likely that in a war with Iran, Iran would create an international economic crisis by blocking the Strait of Hormuz and thus stopping 20% of the world's oil. Was this existential threat considered? Apparently not. During the 60 days of Trump's Iran war, critical munitions have been expended at an alarming rate, depleting magazine levels below what is thought necessary to hold China at bay. It will take years and tens of billions of dollars to restock. A significant part of
Yeah, those bombs don't just grow on trees, guys. They got to get built.
No, just rush and do it. Nothing bad will happen.
Oh, okay.
Did you hear about the, I don't know if we covered it or not, but the one in Kentucky, that weapons manufacturer, they had an accident. The entire building was gone.
Damn.
It was a brick building filled, or like a wood building filled with people and stuff. And it was literally just an empty, flat lot.
Jesus.
Vaporized everyone. Yeah, you want that shit in your fucking neighborhood to build that shit for this fucking war? Yeah, I'm good. We could just stay home. We could stay home and be nice instead. How about that?
Yeah, it can only good happen.
So I went down, and First Lady went down also. But so I went down.
Right. That one's getting bumped because I want to put in the one Tons just said because it's pretty funny. Roll on.
the necessary Navy and Marine force in the Pacific has been removed and sent to support the Iran war. Our support of Ukraine has suffered as supplies and defense systems are diverted to the Iran war. America has lost irreplaceable aircraft, radar systems, and strategic bases have been
we
shown
lost our
to
spy
be
plane.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
A radar plane.
Continue lengthy deployment of ships.
Listen, those C-17s
equipment, and
ain't cheap either.
personnel
No.
has sacrificed readiness. We know what we have lost, but what have we gained? Let's consider that the
damn, you're
regime
an
in Tehran
embarrassment.
is still intact. With new
God damn, you're an embarrassment.
Oh, that's funny.
That
Good
is-
call. Good call, Tons.
Fuck your face.
Wait, is this got?
God damn, you're an embarrassment.
God damn, you're an embarrassment. I think we're all on there now. I think we're all on there now. That's funny. Hilarious.
new and more radical leadership, as are Iran's ballistic missile and drone forces, as is Iran's ability to rebuild their military industries. Also, as is Iran's coordination with China, Russia, and North Korea, and Iran's ability to choke off global energy supplies, and their stockpile of highly enriched uranium, which they only built after President Trump shredded President Obama's Iran deal in 2017. Secretary Hegseth, you have been lying to the American public day one, and so has the president.
That's ridiculous.
You have misled the public about why we are at war. You and the president have offered ever-changing reasons for this war. You've misled the public about the progress of the war.
Hey.
While the military has executed this war with tactical success, the strategy has been an astounding incompetence, doing immense economic damage to America.
Mr. Chairman,
and the
Mr.
world.
Chairman, with the personal attack on the secretary, he should have an opportunity to respond.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's the gentleman's time. He can use it as he sees fit.
Yeah, it's the gentleman's time. Shut the fuck up.
You're hurting his fee-fees.
Guys, that shit just
up.
pisses me off, man. Okay.
Such little pearl clutchers, man.
Now, there are rules against making personal attacks on other representatives, but there aren't any rules about talking about the witnesses.
Right. They do that shit to the fucking doctors and lawyers and all the people that the
Yeah.
Republicans get their hands on, and they verbally abuse them. Shut up.
I think the witness has had his feelings hurt.
Is defending cankles, McTaco tits, and owning the libs. That's Thur.
Like honestly. Oh wait, this is what it is.
Pathetic.
They are effing pathetic.
And add an extra 5 seconds to.
God
Mr.
damn,
Chairman's
you're an
time.
embarrassment.
You and the president are ever-changing reasons for the war. You have misled the public about the progress of the war. While the military has executed this war with tactical success, the strategy has been an outstanding example of incompetence. This war of choice is a political and economic disaster at every level. Despite the president's promise to lower the cost of living, gas prices are up 40%, and inflation is soaring so much for lowering the cost of living. The president has got himself
he's doing
and
worse
America
than
stuck in
even
a
we
quite
predicted.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he is literally spiraling harder than we even thought he could.
Yeah. You can go back and watch the show. We were wrong. It's worse.
It's worse. It is. We were being too kind to think that they would.
We were being
place.
too nice. Oh, here we go. All hell breaks loose.
Chair, and I recognize the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. DeLuzio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We all just heard pretty powerful reporting, courtesy of Mr. Ryan, from many of our wounded troops who were injured in the attack in Kuwait. Mr. Secretary, you heard direct quotes from some of them via CBS's reporting. They were willing to talk to the press. Things like they were unprepared to provide any defense for themselves in the unit.
Shade.
Things like we were moved closer to Iran, to a deeply unsafe area that was a known target. Your spokesperson, Sean Parnell, in response to that reporting, said it was not true. Do you agree with that? He was calling these guys liars?
Yeah, y'all lie.
I'm not calling our troops liars, and I don't know if what you're representing is correct or not. I'll take you at your word on that. But all I know is that we took every effort possible at the commencement of this campaign to ensure the defense of our troops, to include moving them off of known bases to places that were not known, and we had intel.
Understood,
intel
Secretary.
were not known, and then those were
Awesome.
fortified with bunkers and other fortifications.
They abandoned the base and put them in hotels with civilians.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what they did.
Put them in hotels with civilians. That's fucking crazy. I wouldn't have let one of their asses in here. Oh no, they're aiming at you. Out. 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 Get out. Get out of my hotel.
Damn, you're an embarrassment.
With theater air defenses was our concern. It's something.
I'm going to pause you there. I'm going to give you a chance.
Absolutely.
Secretary, I'm going to
you're
give you a
disparaging me that I don't care.
I'm
about
asking
the
you whether you
passing
think they're
of-
liars or not.
You
That's what I asked
you
you.
are disparaging me that I don't care about the passing of our troops.
Nope.
That
I asked
think
if you
our
thought
troops
they're
are-
liars, Terry.
That's disparaging and smearing in every way. Nobody
I'm
cares
crying.
more about
Gentlemen.
the fate of our troops.
No,
Nobody
we
cares
do.
about the health of our troops.
Mr.
Nobody
Secretary,
wants to bring them all hope.
Mr.
more than I do.
Secretary, I understand, but
Mr. Secretary.
Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards.
Come on, Warsec.
Look at him. Look at how fucking. Look at that stupid face. Hold on.
Petulant little ass.
Got him. Got him.
he controls the time. He controls the
Pokemon
time.
Snap.
You could control your answer. And the gentleman's
If we're allowed to answer,
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Secretary,
don't
my
wanna
question
answer
was
the
clear,
question.
whether you
You just
thought
wanna
they were
talk.
liars or not. You don't seem to want to answer it. We can move on. The other part of what your spokesman said, and you just reiterated here, was that, and I'm quoting your spokesman, every possible measure has been taken to safeguard our troops, end quote. You mean to tell us, and I'll give you a chance to clarify, there is not a single additional thing you could have done to protect those troops who are now wounded, 6 of whom are dead.
I'm telling you that as a department, we did every conceivable thing at my level and every echelon down to ensure the maximum force protection for our troops. We live in a dangerous world, in a dangerous place against a determined enemy that can't have a nuclear weapon, and that requires sacrifice and risk. And it tragically, in this case, it meant 6 Americans lost their lives and others were wounded. And we all know that. And that's part of the cost. But it does not mean we didn't care. And it doesn't mean we didn't
I
commit.
didn't ask you that.
It doesn't mean we
Secretary, and I'm
didn't
not
do
saying that.
everything
What-
possible, which we did.
But let's be clear about what was done. There were T-walls there, essentially. There was no overhead protection. The known threat in that environment,
Right.
I think we all here understand it, is overhead drone strike.
Yeah.
There was no protection for overhead drone strike. So I'm struggling to understand how your answer and your spokesman's answer is that every possible measure was taken.
When
we
the
can move
most
on.
obvious
Mr. Chairman,
fucking anti-air
Chairman
was
King-
not even considered,
Right.
or a reinforced building. They were in a
Right.
standard ass fucking office building, or that's what the base was, a standard ass fucking office building. Why did you even build it that way in the first place?
I want to ask you something on a different topic.
So
Folks
they
at
can ask
home
for
know
more
you're the
money
senior
so they can
military
rebuild it.
officer in our
Right, exactly.
armed services. They may not have as much of understanding of your role in the chain of command. You're outside the operational chain of command, but you are the president's and the secretary's senior military advisor. So I want to ask a very basic thing, what you would expect our commanders in the field, our troops to do should the enemy lay down their weapons and try to surrender. What would you expect commanders in the field to do?
Ooh.
Well, sir, I think I'll
it.
go back to something I said earlier with deep respect for your question, but I think you're trying to take me to a partisan place here, and I can't let you do that.
General, as always, I respect your
no, sir,
desire
I just,
to avoid it. I'm not
yes,
trying
sir.
to put you in a partisan
No,
place.
and I know that, but our officers and enlisted service members always follow lawful orders. There's a checklist for them to do that, and I just
what happened in the
I'll
Caribbean?
stay in the
Very
middle.
good. Understood, General. Secretary, let me give you a chance. And you've been asked about this earlier. You said in, I think, your press conference, essentially, and I'll quote you here, no quarter, no mercy for our enemies. That's the end of the quote. Is your guidance that you expect our troops in harm's way, if there's a foreign enemy surrendering, laying down their arms, they're supposed to provide no quarter and kill them?
You denied it, but you were indeed trying to take the chairman to a partisan place. That was General
you're
Miller.
not answering the
That was the
question.
previous administration, which played politics. We don't play that
It's a simple question. I'm asking
we
what
fight
you
to
meant.
win, and we ensure the rules of engagements are such that our troops have every authority possible to.
I'll give you another chance. Do you, in saying that, are you trying to tell commanders that that's what you expect? You're in the chain of command. It's a simple question.
I understand that. My commanders know exactly what the guidance is with each and every mission, and they know every tool.
Secretary,
every tool at
in
their disposal
refusing
be
to answer it, I think you speak volumes. I think that's a dangerous thing. We all know the expectations. We know the law of war. We know what is lawful. I'd expect our commanders to understand that as well. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Gentleman yields back. Chair,
Unbelievable.
Mr. Crow.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Secretary, I want to go in a little bit different direction. Timothy Parlatore served as your private attorney, correct?
Correct.
And Mr. Parlatore also served as private attorney for President Trump's campaign, correct?
I'm not privy to every professional position that he's held.
Well, I'll help you out. He did. And you appointed Mr. Parlatore as your senior advisor, correct?
He does reserve duty on behalf of the Navy.
His title
does
is
great
senior
work.
as an advisor. You gave him that title, correct?
And I would count him as very much an advisor of mine.
Yep. He travels with you, correct?
Tim Parlatore has been a long-term friend. He's a great patriot.
He travels with you. That's not what I asked. I reclaim my time. He travels with you, doesn't he? He travels with you, doesn't he? Correct? There's public Instagram that shows this. Just say yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay. He sits in meetings with you and advises you, doesn't he?
He sits in some meetings on occasion.
Yeah, well, he maintains a desk in an office in the Pentagon, does he not?
I'd have to check.
You don't know?
It's a big Pentagon.
You directly.
It's a big Pentagon. You're the dude that appointed him. You're the dude that gave him the chair and the desk. Yeah, there's a fucking picture of them together. He just refuses to answer questions. It's so fucking ridiculous.
Commissioned Mr. Parlatore in the Naval Reserve as a Navy commander in March 2025, did you not?
I was very proud to do so.
And when you did, because he's a Navy Reserve officer, he didn't have to go through the PPO process, the White House Presidential Personnel Office, right? He wasn't vetted by White House PPO.
Uniformed service members don't get vetted by.
The answer is yes. He didn't have to be vetted by White House PPO. He didn't go through the Senate confirmation process either, did he? The answer is no.
I don't know what you're getting to, but Tim is a fantastic.
I'll tell you what I'm getting to. The answer is no, right?
He does great work.
Okay. He didn't maintain a security clearance when you appointed him as special advisor. Is that right?
I'd have to check.
You don't know?
I mean, anybody that has access to sensitive material is going to have the appropriate clearance.
Okay, so when you appointed him as special advisor, he had a security clearance?
You're trying to piece together a timeline.
No, I'm
that
asking
I
a simple
can't give you
question.
exact
One of your
dates for.
special, most sensitive advisors, did he have a security
No,
clearance?
you're playing a gotcha game like you do on TV
I'm
and
asking
everywhere else.
questions.
You're trying to thread together details that
Clearly,
are
you're
connected about
concerned.
something else.
Clearly, you're concerned about my line of questioning, aren't you, Mr. Secretary? Because you know where it's going, don't you? I think you do. So, does Mr. Parlatore represent foreign governments? He has a private law practice, does he not?
No security clearance.
From what I understand of his law practice, he does a lot of great work for service members in the military and other.
He maintains a private law practice. Does he represent foreign governments or foreign persons in that private law practice?
I don't know.
You don't know. Somebody who's sitting in.
Oh boy, man, you can't not know that shit. You're the dude that appointed him.
Stupido.
Boy, this fucking guy, man. How do you not know that? How do you not know that?
In your meetings, a special advisor, you don't know. Does he represent any senior officers who are currently under consideration for promotion by you or your office?
The only person that makes determinations about senior officers is me.
Answer the question. Does he represent senior officers who are under consideration for promotion by you?
No, I'm the one that makes decisions about choosing.
Does he represent them,
finding
Mr.
senior
Secretary? Does he represent
doesn't
them?
represent anyone. He's a legal advisor and always has been.
But he has clients, does he not?
He's a legal advisor to me on reserve duty, and he always has been, and he does a fantastic
Is it
job.
true that Mr.
You're playing a
Parlatore was
losing hand,
removed?
whatever you're
I
trying to
reclaim my
play here.
time. Is it true that Mr. Parlatore was removed from an investigation by the White House last year?
I don't know what you're referring to, but not that I'm aware of.
You're not aware of it. Was it true that you were also removed from that same investigation? The answer is yes.
No, not that I'm aware of.
You're not aware of it. That's interesting.
Man, Hegseth's not aware of a lot of things. That's troubling.
Well, is it true that Mr. Parlatore disparaged President Trump?
I don't know what you're referring to, but no.
Is it true that Mr. Parlatore was accused by President Trump and his lawyers of lying?
Ooh, there's we got a little clip here. What is this from Politico? Trump's campaign disputed his former lawyer's assertions. Mr. Parlatore is no longer a member of the legal team. His statements regarding current members of the legal team are unfounded and categorically false, a spokesperson said. That's what the little poster board there says.
What you're accused of is a cute line of questioning that's going nowhere.
Well, it's going somewhere, which is why you're not answering the question. Was it true that he was accused of lying by the president's legal team?
I'm not familiar to. You'd have to give me the context.
Well, it's right
of that
here. You
article,
want to look at
and
the statement from President
Anybody
Trump's
could blow
legal
up
team?
a quote and claim it says something, and that's what you're doing in a little stunt.
Secretary Hegseth, what I'm really concerned about is you purport to have unfaltering loyalty to President Trump, and yet you are continuously going.
You care a lot
I
about
reclaim my
President Trump,
time.
don't you?
You are
This
going
is a
behind
cute
his
waste
back
of your 5
and
minutes.
appointing
A
people.
huge,
I reclaim
cute
my time.
waste of your 5 minutes that
I
led
reclaim
nowhere.
my time. You are
Do not
repeatedly
pass go,
going
do not
behind the
collect the
president's
Gentleman
back.
from Colorado's time. Go ahead, Mr. Carl.
You are repeatedly going behind President Trump's back, appointing people who he is accused of lying, who the White House is
Gentleman's
accused of
time's
lying.
expired.
And you are not being honest with
the gentle
President
lady
Trump.
from South Carolina, Ms. Mace.
Damn. Let's see. Who else is next?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, General Kane, Mr. Hegseth, and hers for being here today. I associate myself with the comments of Ranking Member Smith and Mr. Garamendi, so that I won't repeat a lot of what has been said. Mr. Hegseth, I recently realized that we have something in common. I'm also a fan of Pulp Fiction. And no, the movie is not an accurate.
I forgot about the Pulp Fiction Bible verses that Pete Hegseth quoted. Hilarious. Oh yeah, that's the title of the episode.
Trail of the Bible. You know what I'm talking about. This president and his administration have claimed to be the most transparent of all time. With that in mind, I'd love to get some straightforward answers today. Some estimates show that the Trump administration's war of choice in Iran is costing taxpayers around $1 billion every day. In addition to spending taxpayer money on a war they don't want, it is also driving up costs. The cost of gas, while the cost of living is skyrocketing under this administration's policies. To me, and I assume to the American people, it is
Miss
unclear
Rachel
why we
Inuit.
started this war.
Mikey, that there was some crazy shit in the last clip here.
God damn it.
I'll give you but a sousson, a taste. Let's see.
Gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Whitman.
She's getting.
Oh no.
Like-
Hold on.
Mr. Crow.
There we go.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Secretary, I want to go and
I mean, anybody that has access to sensitive material is going to have the appropriate clearance.
okay, so when you appointed him as special advisor, he had a
So there was a line of questioning for Pete Hegseth about his personal attorney, who he appointed as a special advisor to himself. And that's the man in the picture right there next to Pete Hegseth.
The very
He
red
had- Yeah, he's a senior advisor to Pete Hegseth. And
Omega Skull or Red Skull, right? His
yeah,
lawyer.
yeah. He travels around with him and they pal around, and he is still a practicing attorney who may or may not have ties to foreign governments.
Oh my God, dude! This is the same guy who wanted a dirty line in the Pentagon.
Yeah.
For locals, just a normal internet line. He wanted just a regular, which is no, you don't get that in the Pentagon. There's no fucking internet like that. Everything's like ultra super encrypted and all that shit, and you can only go to certain websites. He wanted just a regular one for his office.
Yeah.
So he can get hacked by foreign governments.
security clearance?
You're trying to piece together a timeline.
No, I'm
that
asking
I
a simple
can't give you
question.
exact
One of your
dates for.
special, most sensitive advisors, did he have a security
No,
clearance?
you're playing a gotcha game like you do on TV
I'm
and
asking
everywhere else.
questions.
You're trying to
very
thread
blatant
together
with his
details.
non-answers.
that are
Clearly you're
connected about
concerned.
something else. and-
Clearly, you're concerned about my line of questioning, aren't you, Mr. Secretary? Because you know where it's going, don't you? I think you do. So,
Go
does
there.
Mr. Parlatore represent foreign governments? He has a private law practice, does he not?
From what I understand of his law practice, he does a lot of great work for service members in the military and other.
He maintains a private law practice. Does he represent foreign governments or foreign persons in that private law practice?
I don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Somebody who's sitting in your meetings,
Oh,
a special.
there's a lot of that, Mikey. There's a lot of Pete Hegseth not knowing about things he should know about.
I mean, it's not like he's your personal attorney. You don't know if he's a fucking an unregistered foreign agent, and you're the head of the Pentagon.
advisor. You don't know.
George Bush would never.
Does he represent any senior officers who are currently under consideration for promotion by you or your office?
The only person that makes determinations about senior officers is me.
That's not the
To
question.
answer the question, does he represent senior officers who are under consideration for promotion by you?
No, I'm the one that makes decisions about.
Does he represent them, Mr. Secretary? Does he represent
Doesn't
them?
represent anyone. He's a legal advisor and always has been.
But he has clients, does he not?
He's a legal advisor to me on reserve duty, and he always has been, and he does a fantastic
Is it
job.
true that Mr.
You're playing a
Parlatore was
losing hand,
removed?
whatever you're
I
trying to
reclaim my
play here.
time. Is it true that Mr. Parlatore was removed from an investigation by the White House last year?
I don't know what you're referring to, but not that I'm aware of.
You're not aware of it. Was it true that you were also removed from that same investigation? The answer is yes.
No, not that I'm aware of.
You're not aware of it. That's interesting. Well, is it true that Mr. Parlatore disparaged President Trump?
Oh, Petey.
I don't know what you're
outta
referring
here.
to, but no.
Is it true
Hold on,
that
pause it.
Mr. Parlatore?
All right. First is gonna be Cash. Cash is obviously next.
Yeah.
Hegseth is right behind him. Because I guarantee you, Trump's about to fucking try to dovetail this into. I tried to stop the war. I was trying, but Pete was crazy. He was drinking again, and he wouldn't listen to me. I told him to stop it. He just wouldn't. He wouldn't do it. I told him to stop it, but he wouldn't stop it. That's what he's gonna. Hegseth, get ready for the fucking bus tires because they're coming,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
They are coming.
Boy, as soon as you know the American people find out the real cost of this war,
And
that bus
and-
is coming.
And bro, it's never going to get better ever until
no.
they capitulate to Iran. Like a smart person understands when they've lost something, and sometimes you need to just forfeit. You lost. You can't win.
Look at this guy. This guy's been in the chat for a few minutes. I've been keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
But it's not a war. And what else did he say? Iran has held Death to America rallies that require attendance. And let's see.
Okay. Hold on. Before you go to the next one, you probably moved already. Where is it in the American Constitution that Iran has to be nice to us? Sticks and stones, dude.
Yeah, seriously.
Sticks and stones. I mean, did you see Team America World Police? Did anyone get bombed for that? No. They took the insult that it was, and they went on with their day. We'll be okay if they chant death to America. We'll be all right.
Wow, that number has gone way up. They said that the leadership has the blood of as many as 80,000 citizens.
Who told you that? Tinfoil hat. Who told you about 80,000 people? Because that's over 1,000 a day. You're saying
All right,
Amnesty International said 80K? Okay.
80K over what time period? Anyway, back to this while you look it up.
It was accused by President Trump and his lawyers of lying.
What you're accused of is a cute line of questioning that's going nowhere.
Well, it's going somewhere, which is why you're not answering the question. Was it true that he was accused of lying by the president's legal team?
I'm not familiar to. You'd have to give me the context.
Well, it's right
of that
here. You
article
want to look at
and
the statement from President
Anybody
Trump's
could blow
legal
up
team?
a quote and claim it says something, and that's what you're doing in a little stunt.
Secretary Hegseth, what I'm really concerned about is you purport to have unfaltering loyalty to President Trump, and yet you are continuously
Oh,
going
you care a
behind-
lot
I
about
reclaim my
President Trump,
time.
don't you?
You're
This is
going
a
behind his
huge waste
back.
of your 5 minutes.
Appointing
A
people.
huge,
I reclaim
cute
my time.
waste of your 5 minutes that
I
led
reclaim my
nowhere.
time. You are
Do not
repeatedly
pass go,
going
do not
behind the
collect
president's
Gentlemen
back.
from Colorado's time. Go ahead, Mr. Carl.
You are repeatedly going behind President Trump's back, appointing people who he
he's
is
gone.
accused of lying,
He's
who
gone.
the White House is
Gentlemen's
accused of
time's
lying.
expired.
He's gone.
He's so
even if
fucking gone.
he's bluffing right now, Trump is
Yeah.
going to catch wind of that shit, and he is fucking gone. You've been talking behind my back, Petey Pablo. I knew you betrayed me, Petey Pablo.
Let's see if we got any other.
I like Petey Pablo. I don't know if anybody else does, but I like him. Do you? Where's the cat at? What's the name of the article? Because I'm looking here. I'm in their press releases. I don't see that by issue. Iran. Can't search by Iran. Okay. How do I search? Can I control F? No. All right. I guess I'll never know.
You'll never know.
Mr. Hurst, drag you into the conversation here. We have not yet received from the Pentagon the costs of the war. So just for the record, we'd like to get that as soon as possible. Certainly the munitions expended, but also underreported is we've had a fair amount of equipment destroyed, including 2 C-130s with the rescue of our downed airmen. So do you have either A, a cost estimate coming to us anytime soon, or B, a specific supplemental request?
Thank you for that question. So approximately at this day, we're spending about $25 billion on Operation Epic Fury. Most of that is munitions. There's part of that. It's obviously O&M and equipment replacement. We will formulate a supplemental through the White House that will come to Congress once we have a full assessment of the cost of the conflict.
Sure. So you're saying the full cost at this point is $25 billion?
Yeah, that's our estimate for the cost.
Okay. Interesting, because I'm glad you answered that question, because we've been asking for a hell of a long time and no one's given us the number. So if you could get those details over to us, that would be great. Mr. Secretary, you mentioned the nuclear aspect of Iran and the war. And it is worth noting that every president prior to this one, including President Trump in his first term, also prevented Iran from getting a nuclear weapon without actually having to go to war in Iran. So we need to keep that in mind. But also, since the war started, Iran's nuclear arsenal has not been weakened in any way. And at the moment in negotiations, what Iran is saying, basically pay us to open up the
Hold on,
strait.
pause it.
That's
I haven't found what that person was talking about, but oddly enough, just while I'm looking for the thing that you're claiming, what's this mean? Trapped between unlawful attacks by the U.S./Israel and the internal deadly repression, people in Iran face dual atrocity risks. Is this where you wanted me to look for the information that you're talking about? Okay. Okay. I mean, I'll have to look past this article saying that it's worse for the Iranian people for us to be bombing them whilst they're trying to have a revolution. But I guess I'll just skip that and go back to what you were talking about.
Well, the person is also blaming Iran for our strike on a girls' school. So, they don't actually know. They're not actually I don't think they're a source of knowledge on any of this, because they're literally blaming our attack on a school on Iran because we had bad intelligence.
And I'll put this up one more second.
Because we've got AI out there fucking locating our strikes for us.
So this is did they have a caption on this picture? But this is from, I think this is from the girls' school. Right, when they dug all those guys. So that was 175 people. Do you know how many fucking bulldozers they'd need for 80 fucking thousand people? You know what I mean? Just conceptualize sometimes like what you're being told.
And we also have backup here. Chris C said that they looked as well, and haven't found mentions of that figure.
I think they're talking. I think what the 80K was supposed to be the Iranians massacred the protesters to the tune of 80K.
But how did that go from like 20K to 30K to 80K?
That's what I'm saying. And then he said he got it from Amnesty International, and I don't see anything except for them saying the poor Iranians are trapped between their fucking crazy, dictate or the Ayatollah and then a tomahawk.
Right.
Be free, I guess. Like, what the fuck?
Their position, which is completely untenable. I agree. It's worth noting, of course, that the strait was open before the war started. Now we're negotiating to get back to status quo. And Iran's most recent offer is to say, we'll talk about nukes later. So what is the plan to actually turn all of this lethal kinetic action into an improvement in the nuclear situation? Because we haven't gotten there yet. Play it out for us. How does that happen? How does it actually lead to that result?
I'm not telling you.
Well, I would take issue with the premise of the question that nothing was done. Operation Midnight Hammer was a very effective.
Well, I didn't say nothing was done. I said in this war.
Ultimately,
this war
well, this under this administration, unlike other administrations, which cut bad deals and pallets of cash with no ability to oversee whether Iran is actually pursuing a nuclear program.
So
if
where
we
we're
want
at.
to litigate JCPOA or the Iran deal, our view, the president's.
I like the congressmen who are like, yeah, no, that's what we're doing now. So how are you going to get from here to there?
Because Keg's breath has only been like sober for like the last 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I mean, like a couple of years, maybe. These people were already in Congress dealing with this shit while he was fucking around on Fox News. So now he jumps off the set and acts like, oh, well, I know everything. It's like, bitch, we're the ones that were helping negotiate the JCPOA.
Right.
That you were complaining about. And there wasn't a nuclear weapons facility, and remember, guys, they have completely switched from their story of WMDs.
Yeah.
It was very subtle. It's very subtle. Now we have to stop them from getting WMDs. Before it was they had it 2 weeks away. After we blew it up. And now we're, not launching missions to go recover the fissionable materials out in the desert. We're totally not doing that.
Yeah,
That's why we blew up all the planes.
I mean,
That's not what happened.
Once again, it's a situation where America broke it, now they gotta buy it, sort of situation. They gotta. We broke the world's oil supply by doing this.
Yep.
Oil reached a new year-long high today of.
Hold on. You got to refresh.
Oh, I got to refresh?
Yeah, you are glitching.
All right. Hold on.
Glitching Wilson. Look at him. He's just a pixely mess down there.
It's not working.
Just close the whole Chrome tab and then fire up a new one.
Hold on.
Jeez. Yeah, UAE is no longer in OPEC. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. And that's just, because it's not in their best interest anymore. And I wish more people, especially the people that hop in the comment section and want to, back like side armchair this stuff. Like, brother, I'm not just thinking about this for like, what can America do? What is in America's best interest? How many Americans will we lose? And how many barrels of oil will America get? The game is more complicated than that. And if you only think about like, what can I get? What can America get? What are we getting out of this? Who can we hurt? What is that? I mean, you can just do it that way. But what ends up happening is you have repeated episodes of blowback, of, destabilized regions that turn into dens for terror and other kinds of stuff. Like, that is the lesson that we should have been learning from Iraq and Afghanistan. And homie is over here acting like they've never made a mistake ever in the history of life. And we're going to keep going with the things that I think are real. Like, this is the same guy who fucking grabbed all of the fucking generals and all the admiral, got all of the fucking, got them all in one room, which is, first of all, one of the biggest security risks that has ever happened to our military, was him collecting all the generals and putting them in one room for no reason. Those people were working. They have assignments. They have projects. They have stuff that they were already doing. But now they have to come to fucking DC to get lectured. And what does Hegseth lecture them on? Not sophisticated nuance of fucking rules of engagement or geopolitical strategies or no. He went in there and he wanted to yell at everybody and tell them that they were all fat and they all need to lose their beards and that they're all a bunch of woke women. That was the point. He brought them all there so he could just say that. Because he talks like he's a major talking to lance corporals. And typically the person who sits in the seat that he now resides in has, more stars and bars than him. They've been around a little bit longer. They have a better understanding, a deeper knowledge of how the military works and operates as not just a defensive actor, but like also in like the subculture that the military is. And that subculture has been changing. That subculture has been trying to clean itself up from people like Hegseth. Between fucking Fort Bliss, Fort Hood, and like all the Texas bases, it was like sexual assault alley. And they had to constant investigations and bodies being found outside the base of new recruits and stuff like that, young girls and stuff. Like, the military had issues, still has issues. So instead of working on all that stuff, which is the direction that the military was going, in a way of auditing itself and starting to clean up some of the mess. I mean, they just had a huge payout settlement for people who I think I was supposed to get the email, but I was in JROTC in high school, and a lot of people did encampment, which was like a field trip, like an overnight field trip where you went to like, there you go, where you went to a military base and then like you did PT and drill and stuff like that. But I was also in marching band and Spanish club and all that stuff. So like, and I had a job, so I couldn't take that weekend like away from town. I had shit to do in town still, so I couldn't just be away. I think I had a parade or something, so I couldn't go. Brother, when I tell you they got a class action for everybody who drank the water from that fucking place. Fucking super crazy jungle rot mold inside the water and shit. Like this is what, and I mean, they've had teenagers going in there for years, decades. Why is our base not have clean, clear pipes? We can't even do plumbing for the fucking base. What are we doing? What the fuck? I don't know, where Tim at? Tim ain't coming back. Did he text me? Servage outage, I think. Yeah, I'm not coming back. I'm glad I checked because I would have just kept going. Oh. All right. Curse you, Timothy. Well, I can stop stalling for him. Let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about. But yeah, as far as that 80,000 number, dude, be careful, man. Because I ain't even got to get all upset and shout at you and do the whole bring you to the front of the class shit. Just be careful, man. Because this is one of those days and one of those times where they are just saying whatever they want and getting away with it, seemingly. Here we go.
And I think are a little bit bewildered as to why we're in this war. I'm not disputing the fact that the Iranian regime is a malignant, dangerous regime that has killed its own people and indeed has killed Americans over the decades. I think where we disagree is what's the best way to get at Iran. Do we negotiate with them and control the access to
well played,
weapons,
Chris.
in a multilateral?
And see, this is the thing, Chris. Like, how long did that take you? 2 minutes? 2.5 minutes? Maybe 5 minutes? Imagine running around the world saying clearly dumbass wrong shit when all you would have had to invest was like less than 5 minutes to figure it out. Right? Sure. There you go. It's not so hard, guys, to understand what's going on. It's not so bad, but do not just sit back and trust what people who are definitely compromised are telling you is the correct solution to the problem. They might be lying to you for their own good. We have nothing to fucking win over from you except for your comments, likes, and subscribes. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a reason to lead you astray. But someone has an agenda for making you believe that 80,000 people died in fucking 2 weeks.
A way that included even Russia in the deal and the agreement that President Obama brought forward, or do we go and try to and engage in a costly war in order to get at those nuclear weapons? I think that's where the principal conflict lies. How do we achieve the same goals? Costly war or through negotiation? And And we've seen.
I texted Tim back. I was like, we're
apparently,
getting too close to the truth.
There wasn't a plan to deal with the action that Iran had to take, that is to close the Strait of Hormuz, because it's the only thing you can do when you are the weaker country in an asymmetric conflict.
And see, this is the shit that they say is unpatriotic, and this is like America bashing or whatever. But like, dude, if it's chess, right? All of the pieces move their own designated ways, and if you put your piece in a certain situation, you can pretty much well assure that you're going to lose that piece, or you're going to take their piece, right? You can tell before it happens what will happen. It's very rare in chess that people are surprised that they lost a piece. It's a calculated move where either you have to take my piece to stop me or move out of the way to dodge me. Everybody and their mama knew that if you attack Iran on Iranian soil, they're going to close the strait. They're going to threaten their neighbors, and they're going to close the strait, and they're going to jack up the prices on everything until we promise never to do it again. They are doing exactly what everybody has predicted, which is why we had the JCPOA in the first place. Because even the threat of that was enough for them to be like, hey, how about we give you that money we fucking took from you? What if we give it back? We could just do that, right? We'll just give it back. We'll put in some cameras, have inspectors, and then we're all good. Yeah, we're all good. But this blind fool and his fucking racism and his necessity to delete everything from the Obama administration. I mean, granted, there wasn't a lot of good going on over there, but the one thing he figured out that, well, the administration figured out, I wouldn't say it was just him, but Kerry and the rest of those negotiators and all that stuff, they finally get one thing through. They finally get one thing going. He's like, fuck that. Tear it up. I don't want any of his shit laying around here. He's like a fucking new boyfriend throwing away all the ex-boyfriend shit.
Of course, they were going to do that. And I wonder whether or not the president was apprised of this before he took the actions that he has taken. So let me just ask this question.
Good news. Nigel Farage has been referred to Parliament's Standards Watchdog after Guardian revealed he received an undeclared £5 million gift from a party donor. Oh boy. I would love to do that live. I wanted to jump in with Reagan Elite one of these days and watch it with him. I kind of know mostly what's going on in Parliament and stuff like that. Like the names I'm really bad at. I don't know the locations of like where all the people are from very well at all. So like when you guys are like, oh, that person's from Tennessee, I'm like, oh no, they're from North Dakota, but it's all good. Because I can't keep up with your guys' MPs. And then the House of Lords, and that's a life. It's a weird.
And before let's make this comment too. This war is just 60 days so far. And the thought that Americans wish to bear the consequences of increased fuel prices, I don't think is borne out of the fact that those costs impact people on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis. Mortgages have to be paid. Groceries have to be bought on a weekly basis, and those gas prices are squeezing the American public.
Yeah, and this fucking street being closed is going to make the cost of each one of those items inside that fucking store cost even more on top of it. Because everything is delivered in a truck. So if you see a trucker, you get up close to them and you smell their neck and you give them a big old kiss and you say, thank you so much for keeping this country moving.
Can you tell us whether or not there was planning to deal with the closing of the Strait of Hormuz, given the likely impact on world fuel prices?
That will have to be for the record, because gentleman's time has expired. Chair not recognizes the ranking member for any closing
right on
comments
time.
he may have.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the chairman for conducting this hearing. Obviously, there's a lot of passion on both sides, a lot of partisan stuff being thrown around. I think on this committee, we're all trying to serve the men and women who serve us as well as we possibly can.
That'll be awesome to have an American perspective on the amateur dramatics that is PMQs. like low key. Was there one today? Should I watch the one from today? I could watch it. Person you missed. Oh, what do you get pissed about? I like when he rants. He's so nice. You know what I mean? He's such a very nice person. Like someone will be in the chat who's like, and a very good morning to you, Viper Scott. It's very well I'm very happy to see you today. And Viper Scott like, oh, I'm just having a cup of tea. He's like, oh, I hope that tea is so good for you. I hope it's good tea. And I'm like, look at this nice fucking person. I'm not that. I'm noble. I'm not nice. I do the right thing, but I'm a little coarse. Reagan is so nice.
And you handled it very well in a difficult time. I appreciate the fairness of that. Yes, we have a lot of issues, but at the end of the day, the Iran war is the biggest issue that we face. And I hope that you gentlemen, would take seriously the concerns we have about where it's going and how it's going to end.
Well, shit, maybe I want to just watch his rant. Let me find his rant. Hold on. Hold on a good dang second. I'll watch it. Was it? Will I? Let me just see it. Oh, he's live right now. What's he doing? Oh, shit. Hold on.
Some of you guys may be familiar with the name here.
This man is the biggest political donor in the UK. But who is he? And why has he got two names? Well, we've just found out that he gave a whopping £9 million to Reform UK in August. That's a record single donation aside from those who leave their money behind in wills.
This is exactly why we need to get rid of donations. They are literally buying our politicians. It's so problematic. It really, really is. We have screwballs in charge.
I said I was told to watch your rant. Gonna go check it out now. And then I said, "Hi, Regan. We are watching you on the stream."
Bug to Billy, are you going green, Regan? Yes, in my area, yes, I'm going green.
Come on, get to me.
And 0985 there saying, "Yo, how are you?" I'm very well, thank you. Mikey Famine, good to see you there. Hope you are doing well. We are watching you on the stream. I was told to watch your rant. Go check it out now. What rant? I wasn't planning. I don't have a rant planned. I did one earlier today. My apologies for not joining at all yesterday, Mikey. I basically just needed to switch off completely from everything. Like in the
no worries, mate. No worries. Shit, I think someone just said hi to me. So it was his past live stream. Let's see. Latest. Damn, he is organized, huh? That's why y'all be expecting like all this kinds of shit out of me. Yeah, we are not this organized. He got the whole month. Yeah, he's just better. You know what I mean? He's just better.
Because who is the newest member? We have Blaze.
All right. About how far in should I go for the rant?
Extraordinary things. And that's a young Palestinian artist that did that. It's very, very great art. On an activist. People in Africa, on these African countries. America. It's bad enough. Like, it's not enough for America. It's not enough for these companies that they want data for.
Is this it? An hour plus into it. Okay. Does he rant during the PMQs or is it in this part that I found? Oh, good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hear what's going on. Oh, the wife just got home. Yep, PMQ's part, Mikey. Okay. All right.
From Americans. No, they want everyone's data. From Europe, from Africa, they want everyone's data. Absolutely insane, guys. Absolutely insane. Absolutely barming mad indeed.
Got your data, dumbass.
It's just, it's crazy.
Your data,
These
dumbass.
private companies, guys, I'm telling you, they just have way too much control. It's really, really dangerous indeed. Really dangerous indeed. Martin Brisk, a good morning to you. Hope you're doing well there. Cavalan, good morning to you. And Prime Minister's question. Kemi. Interesting vote. Farage is there. I was just trying to keep my eye out to see if he.
Hold the fucking phone.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I request unanimous consent to enter a number of documents into the record.
Oh my God. Messy Mace herself is back at it again. Oh no.
The first of which is a statement from Corey Mills, First Sergeant, stating his forms and accounts of his military service are falsified. The second document is a picture of Corey Mills wearing a Bronze Star from 2019 before he ever got a Bronze Star. The third document is a document that conveys a Bronze Star medal and his life-saving care to the wounded. And according to the soldiers who were there, they said it never happened, according to the men who were there. The next document is a transcript of a conversation I had with Brigadier General Arnold Gordon Bray, who confirmed that he did not review, did not read, did not physically sign the form DD, I guess 638, form 638 that Mills submitted for a Bronze Star. And to be candid, he said, quote, "I didn't look at it." I asked to review the email that he sent to Mills' staff about authorizing his signature for a form he did not review, and he said that he would not share it with me. That's a future subpoena. I would like to enter to record a picture of Corey Mills, who says this is the second time he got blown up, but what he wouldn't tell people that the blood on the pant leg in this photo is the blood of Sergeant Ray. It is not Corey Mills' blood. In the same series of photos he shares when he said
She is so messy for this, but you know, let's hear her out, right?
he was, quote, blown up, are images of a Humvee that exploded with severe damage. That is not his Humvee. His Humvee purportedly was 50 yards away and suffered no damage and was not blown up. This is a copy of Corey
I got the timestamp queued up. Thank you.
Mills' marriage certificate with a 9/11 imam at a 9/11 mosque, entered for the record and redacted, with family members' names redacted and protected. This is a picture of Corey Mills with a purported Russian hooker in Afghanistan, which he of course denies. And then last but not least, I would like to request unanimous consent to enter.
She wants to enter all this shit into the record. What a messy child she has turned into. Oh, Nancy. Oh, Nancy, no pride.
Into the record a restraining order against Corey Mills for dating violence. Thank you. I just buried my father on Thursday, Mr. Chairman. My father died with shrapnel in his body. He had 3 tours of combat, 2 in Vietnam, 1 in 1965 during the coup d'etat of the Dominican Republic. And I take stolen valor seriously because we have men and women in uniform that have given their lives. And an individual that steals the stories of dead soldiers or injured soldiers have no right to serve in this body, let alone on this committee.
No, Nancy Mace did not serve in the military. While she is the daughter of a retired Army brigadier general and attended the Citadel Military College, she is not a military veteran. She is best known for becoming the first woman to graduate from the Citadel's Corps of Cadets in 1999.
And so I take it very seriously. I want to thank you, Mr. Secretary, and the folks that serve under you in the Department of War. As my father lay dying on April 14th, there was only one thing that calmed him down, that gave him the courage to pass on to the next life. And that was for me to read stories and testimony from 3 different soldiers that we didn't have, our family previously didn't have. We've been doing a lot of research on my father's service when he received the Distinguished Service Cross with V device in 1968 in Dong Zai. He rescued every man in that battle, in that firefight over a 2-day period. He rescued them dead or alive on his own. He stood up to take fire over and over and over again. He called on artillery, heavy artillery, onto his position within 100 meters of his position. The man should have never made it out of Vietnam alive. And in fact, his commanding officers kept him back in many cases because they thought he was on a suicide mission because he was just so dangerous out there. But he saved the lives of so many soldiers. And so as he was taking his final breaths, I was provided by the Department of the Army some testimony of soldiers we didn't have, and diagrams and information. It was the one thing that calmed him down so that he could pass away knowing that he was a war hero and knowing that Jesus loved him. And it changed our family's life.
Using your fucking dad's death to try to shame somebody on like bragging about your military service. This is messy, Miss Mace. This is messy.
And it changed his life in his last moments, his last breaths, his last hours. And for that, I am so grateful for the ship that you're running at the Pentagon and the Department of War. I have heard from people in the way that you're trying to innovate and trying to change the way we do business there. And I'm glad that you're firing people. There are people there that are getting in your way. They need to go. And the efficiencies that you want to bring, whether it's shipbuilding, whether it's cyber, whether it's AI, whether it's public-private partnerships, we have never seen a secretary at the Department of War who has been as innovative as you have. So I can't say enough good things about you right.
She's glazing Hegseth.
Right now, I was impressed.
I couldn't figure out who she was talking about. And then she said secretary. I was like, oh, Pete. I forgot he was in the room.
Concerned about troops on the ground in Iran early on, and I was impressed with where we are today, how those soldiers were evacuated that got in that flight that crashed. But everything I have seen, you have surpassed all of my expectations, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and God bless you.
Jen Lady yields back. Cheering up. Oh, okay. I have the updated 139 timestamp. All right, let's check out this rant.
The rights of renters, because we know how important it is for everyone to have a safe and secure roof over their head. His challenge to me would have more force if they hadn't abstained on the measures that we're taking in order to take these measures forward.
You're not building the homes that people need. You're building the homes to try and achieve an insane target of 1.5 million homes. Homes that people will not be able to afford to live in. People need to be able to afford a house. There's a reason why me and my partner are living with her mum. Because we can't afford a house. There's a reason why so many people in my age are still living with their parents, or some living on the street because they cannot afford a house. It's so infuriating that they are not listening to ordinary people. And it's every single day that they ignore, that they do not build these social houses, it gets worse and worse. When you see campaign ads by Labour saying that green councillors, green constituents, green areas are blocking houses, right? They are blocking houses that you can't afford to live in. They are blocking Labour from building houses that you can't afford to live in.
And you know, that's the exact same shit that the progressives have been talking about over here. And you got what's Ezra Klein and their fucking abundance movement. And this is exactly what they want to do. They want to fucking get their own guys in there to put in luxury apartments and to get government contracts to do it. And they're going to make these like little fucking igloos that are like, you know, $3,000 a fucking month. And be like, there, live there. See, it's got enough space for you to go in there, put in your water bottle. Look, you can stand up, turn all the way around. What's wrong with this? Motherfucker, we don't have a housing shortage. We have a greed abundance. We have too much greed. The landlords should not be taking as much money as they are taking. There needs to be a reset. The prices have to just go down. You can't keep charging. They're charging so much, and they have gamed the system so hard that and this was my prediction a little while ago, and unfortunately I think it's coming still. People are running into the problem where they're not even going to be able to qualify to get into anywhere. Like, it's not so much like, oh, I'm getting priced out of this area. Like, there's nowhere to go, because even to qualify to live in some of these places that are cheaper than where you are now, to qualify to get there, you got to make 2.5, 3 times the rent. So then when you factor in that the rent is like already super high, it's like, okay, X A times B plus X equals oh, so you want somebody who makes $95,000 a year to live in this one bedroom? Is that who you're trying to attract? But it has nothing to do with attracting renters. It's about extracting as much money as possible before any sort of regulating body gets a hold of them. That is the plan. And they are going for the gusto. They're going to jack as much shit as they fucking possibly can before they are reined in. And then they're going to be like, I was just doing what was legal. I was just doing that. He's fucking bang on.
Greens want is affordable houses for ordinary people. That's why they're blocking those houses. Every time you see a number about Green councillors anywhere blocking houses, it's all because they want to build homes for wealthy, rich people. Homes that you cannot afford. Whereas the Green Party want to build council houses, social houses, houses that people can actually afford to live in. I don't give a shit about the 1.5 million target. You could build 1.5 million houses, right? But what good is building 1.5 million houses when you've got no one to live in them?
And then they're going to sit there and say, well, I guess I'll just sell the whole enterprise because there's no money in this anymore. You know what I mean? And then when these private equity firms lose interest in the real estate market, what happens then? Is there just going to be like an auction for all these properties? And then who buys that? Somebody's nephew or somebody's friend or college roommate or something like that. This is how corrupt this is. You know what I mean? This is how you get deep embedded corruption in institutions that were previously not that bad. You know what I mean? The housing market in the 80s and 90s was not like it is now. The renters market was not like it is now. It's completely absurd now.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Whilst our NHS...
Yeah, get him, Reagan Elite. Fucking...
If you only knew how ridiculous that statement is, you wouldn't have said it.
It's just... And then the thing is, it's like... even if you wanted to get the most money for your property or whatever the case may be, that's fine. You want to maximize profits. On what planet do you try to make as much profit as possible in like a quarter? You know what I mean? Like, instead of just taking the straight up normal ass regular reliable, slow but reliable yields from real estate, they decided that this shit needs to be like a fucking Powerball ticket. Every fucking house I buy needs to be a Powerball ticket. And I want to make 40 grand on every house that I sell. Right? Like, they want ridiculous returns. And for some of these house flippers and stuff like that, like, yeah, you ripped up the nasty, disgusting carpet and put in some laminate flooring. You ripped up the old molding, you put in new molding, you painted, and you changed a couple faucets. That is not renovating a house. But that is like the most popular. You see it all over the Zillow. You see it everywhere. They do the most basic weekend warrior bullshit to a house, and it looks good to people. The fucking interest rate is like over 7%. And these housing prices are, I am not shitting you, almost like 70 and 80% inflated from 10 years back. 80%? You got 2-bedroom houses going for $250,000. $250,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath with a tiny yard in a bad neighborhood. It's insane. And then if you want to rent it, just take that 250 divided by 30 and then divided by 12. These places are not even done paying for these places, and they're just making the renters pay the rent or pay the mortgage. It's unbelievable. And again, when, not if, when this system fails, who the hell is going to clean this up? What are we going to have? 2-3 banks that own 60% of the houses in America that are already built? So everyone's going to have to build a new house just because these banks own these houses? No, they need to give them up. And anyone who is moving scandalously throughout this crisis needs to have their assets seized and publicly auctioned so that normal fucking people can afford normal fucking people houses. It's getting like beyond ridiculous. There's absolutely no reason for this. Let me check the playlist. I think I did add something earlier today. And like, I get if some people need to make a couple bucks, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I get landlords, you know, I understand it. But like it's been a while since I've seen like, you know, like row houses where it's just like, you know, a big ass fucking mansion ass house and it's got like 9 people living in that bitch. And then like you're the landlord and like people rent rooms out from you, like a boarding house. I don't see a lot of boarding house situations going on around here. I see a lot of corporations buying places and then charging what the purchase price divided by 30 divided by 12 and making that rent. And they all started doing it, which is why everyone's rent went up $1,000 inexplicably, because they're not using the rules of the markets. They're just using the rules of, I need to make money back. And if I overcharge for this house and people buy it, so when I cash out of this bitch, I'll be solvent. And it's fine. Everything's great. And I'm just saying, what's going to happen to all those fucking properties when this fucking collapses? I mean, in 3 to 6 months, when the effects of this war truly start to crank the oil prices and crank the gas up higher and higher, what then? Does he think the MAGA faithful are you think they're just gonna be like, well, I love paying $15 for gas? Oh God, we got a press conference.
Well, thank you very much. We have some people that have captivated the attention of the whole world, not just our country, the whole world. And they're very brave. And that was a lot of rocket under them. I never saw anything like that.
That's
funny. We were talking about it. It's I don't know how they do it. I wouldn't want to do it. But it takes people like this to make our country great. And again, I've never seen anything. Everybody I knew, they wanted to see the launch, and they especially wanted to see a successful landing. And Jared, I want to congratulate you. What you've done at NASA. I made a great choice. And if you have any questions for any of us,
I thought that was Foreman from that 70s show.
feel free to ask, but we're very proud of these people. They have unbelievable courage, unbelievable. A lot of other things too, by the way. To get in there, you have to be very smart. You have to do a lot of things physically good.
You know he's about to say, I was going to be an astronaut, but I was just so fucking handsome that I didn't want to go to space. Like, I didn't want to deprive the beautiful women of Earth with my horrible fucking grotesque gargoylean fucking mug.
So I would have had no trouble making it in physics.
I fucking knew it, man. He can't fucking resist. He says he can do everything. Motherfucker could be Jacques Cousteau. Like, yeah, I also went underwater and discovered a bunch of ecosystems. I do that shit all the time. Everybody knows I do that. You can't fucking he has to be the fucking center of attention about everything. Everything. This motherfucker has not been to space, but he's like, yeah, I could have been there though. Like, dude, shut up. You suck at so many things. That's why you're 80 and the president. You just failed into it.
Very, very good. Maybe a little bit of a problem. I don't know. I'm sure we'll have to try it sometime. Is a president allowed to go up in one of these missions?
We can get working on that, Mr.
We have no problem, right?
He can go. He good. He can go. We'll allow it, right, y'all? It's okay. We'll let it happen.
More rockets, the opportunity.
We'll have to try it. Congratulations very much.
Yippee.
And by the way, the families are over here, beautiful families, and they're in the Oval Office, and they walked in, they said, wow, the Oval Office. Everybody likes the Oval Office. So, any questions, please?
President. Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, it's a great honor to meet all of you. Congratulations, and welcome to the White House. I have had the privilege of interviewing Gene Cernan, the last man to walk on the moon.
Good.
Is that what you would like to do? And Mr. President, do you think that will happen?
Flat earthers are out there freaking the fuck out right now.
And during your second term?
Well, we have a shot at it. I mean, we don't like to say definitely because then you say, oh, we failed.
Don't tell him, Chris. Don't tell him.
We failed because I think we could say we're ahead of schedule. So we have a good shot. We've authorized it. And I think with this team and, with Jared's done such an amazing job at NASA, I think we have a good shot, right? We'll see.
Yes, Mr. President, we have an achievable plan now back to the moon, and we're back in the business of launching moon rockets with frequency. So we just sent Artemis 2 around the moon. We're going to launch Artemis 3 in 2027. We'll protect for up for 2 opportunities in 2028 to return astronauts to the surface of the moon.
I like space. I started Space Force, as you very well know.
Oh my God. Tell us more about everything you did. God, man. This is like the most annoying person to be like stuck in like a road trip with, where he's like, oh, look, we're passing one of my favorite restaurants over there. Oh, that restaurant? Yeah, my friend owns that restaurant. That restaurant is I used to eat out, and then they can't just be like, oh, cool. What'd you eat? Like, nothing normal. They always got to go on some extra shit. God damn. This is my favorite pen. I used to know a guy who invented the pen. Like, shut up. Fucking one-upping ass motherfucker. Shut damn. Fuck.
It's been very, very important. And they tried to kill it. And actually, the military would not let the Biden administration kill it. They wanted to kill it. And it's going to turn out to be one of our most important things. I think it'll turn out to be one of the most important things they did. But
oh my God, the self-stroking. Hey man, give me a P900. No, it's not the P1000. Give me a P1000, the flat earther camera of choice. I didn't even know that. Shut up.
we got involved with NASA bringing it back. And I was saying when I first looked at some of your facilities, they had grass growing on the runways right in between the cracks of the asphalt. And but not anymore. It's really strong. And you know what they do? One of the things they do that's so important is for our military offense and defense. And a lot of people say, well, is it worth it? It's
one last thing about flat earthers, because this is kind of making me laugh here. If anyone's watched some of those flat earth debates, like Red's rhetoric is my homie. So like we have been laughing about this shit for like 7 years. Like and then I think that Netflix movie, like Over the Curve or Around the Curve or Finding the Curve effect. The curve identity. I don't know. Something about a curve. That Netflix thing about flat earth. Jaronism was on there. Jaron and Reds had like a huge debate like back in the day. And like that's kind of like what put Jaronism on the map and all that stuff. And then that's what got Netflix reaching out to him after his channel blew up or whatever. Dude, Jaron went to fucking Antarctica and saw the 24-hour sun on the final experiment or whatever it was called. So he's like completely off the, like one of the pillars of flat earthdom actually got on the plane, flew down the fucking I think they left out of not Chile. Maybe it is Chile or Argentina. Chile. I think it's Chile. They fly out of Chile and then they fly to the island, and then it's you know, they like put you on the little snow dude. I think there's another plane, and then there's like a little snow dude that takes them around to like the different little spots. But Buddy got to go down there and see a 24-hour sun, and he's like, damn. Came back stateside, went on fucking stream with Red's rhetoric and was like, yo, you were right, I was wrong. I was like, what the fuck? Not this guy. He was their champion. Behind the Curve. I wasn't gonna get there. No. Why are people more true about flat earthers than the Epstein files? Ask yourself that. I don't know. Maybe that was true a couple of years ago, but I don't think so anymore. After the blatant cover-ups and shit like that, I don't think so anymore.
Really worth it because what's happened militarily, you see what we're doing militarily, a lot of that comes from space. So it's been pretty great. Good question. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have 2 questions.
Oh, and one more space thing. There's some limit that we're really close to approaching. I forget what it's called. It's not the Eddington limit, because that's with computing, I think, and power. It's something to do with our satellites. Like we're kind of there's so many satellites up there that if 2 of them should collide, they would make like a debris net that would, you know, be orbiting the Earth at orbital speeds, and it would just start like wrecking everything else. And then eventually there would just be like rack after rack after rack after rack until we would essentially have like a garbage disposal of metal above our atmosphere, and we would never be able to launch into space again. And apparently we're like really close to like hitting that number. Kepler syndrome? Is that what it is? And it's like, oh man. Not that I was ever going to be able to afford to go, but dude, you can't tell me that. Okay, Super Magnetic Man says, my AI says Earth is flat, stationary, geocentric with a firmament. Funny how that works. Brother, you're talking to the AI? You want to talk about Big Brother? You want to talk about PSYOP? Man, never trust AI. Never.
For you, first on the topic of space, do you have an update on the UFO files and what might be, when we're going to be seeing those?
Well, I think we're going to be releasing as much as we can in the near future. For some reason, and I guess it's just a reason that's been in the minds of people for a long time, And that is such, they want to find out about the UFOs and anything having to do with UFO or related material. And we're going to be releasing a lot of things from.
Yeah, here we go. The world is rapidly approaching a critical capacity limit in low Earth orbit up to 1,200 miles or 2,000 kilometers. The limit is 100,000. What? No. Yeah, right. 2 weeks from now.
That we have, and I think some of it's going to be very interesting to people. I've interviewed people, my first term primarily, but I interviewed some pilots, very solid people, and they said they saw things that you wouldn't believe. So you're going to be reading about it. Yes.
Sir, you spoke to Vladimir Putin not too long ago. Did you talk to him about
today?
Why did you call Putin? Why does he keep calling Putin like every? Quit checking in with your boyfriend that goes to another school. You know what I'm saying? Stop. You hogging the phone. It's annoying. The kissy noises. It's annoying.
Talking about the progress in the space area, and what else did you talk
I didn't talk about space. No, I talked about Ukraine, and I talked a little bit about Iran. I talked about a few different subjects, mostly about Ukraine. Sure. And we had a very good conversation. I think we're going to come up with a solution relatively quickly, I hope.
Wasn't he just giving, him and China, weren't they just giving like satellite footage to our adversaries? And you still over there calling them every week on some cutesy shit? Oh, dude, come on, man. See, this is the thing that I never understood this. Don't you see that as soon as you go to the 33rd degree Freemason, some lazy conspiracy theorist has now captured you in their trap card. Now you can't get out. Now you're no longer allowed to question anything. You gave up, dude. You gave up.
I think he'd like to see a solution, I can tell you, and that's good.
It's going to be weird. It's going to be jarring.
He told me he'd like to be involved with the enrichment if he can help us get it.
No, brother.
I said I'd much rather have you be involved with ending the war with Ukraine. To me, that would be more important because we're gonna have that. Look, we're not going to let Iran have a nuclear weapon.
Nah, brother, I got a telescope. I prove what I know. You just said you fucking fed your shit into AI. You think AI is a private company? I hope you didn't type anything you care about into that. You know that's going straight to the fucking White House, right? Come on, brother. You got to be smart. No way you fell for it. No way you fell for it.
And we've knocked out their Navy. We've knocked out their Air Force. We've knocked out their anti-aircraft, everything, apparatus, everything they have. Their radar, they have very little left. And they have some missiles, a small percentage. They have a small percentage of missile-making facilities. We knocked out about 80%.
The astronauts are just like, can we go?
Percent of them. The rest could come very quickly if we don't make a deal. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. They know it, and just about everybody else does. And so we talked about that a little bit. He doesn't want to see them have a nuclear weapon either. But I had a long talk with President Putin. I suggested a little bit of a ceasefire, and I think he might do that. He might announce something having to do with that. Did he announce it yet?
No, but I was wondering. I was just going to ask you.
No, I asked him about even if it's a little ceasefire. There's so many people being killed. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. In light of today's Supreme Court ruling on the...
Is that why we're bombing them? Is to stop people from dying?
Voting Rights Act, do you want Republican states in the South to look at redrawing congressional districts before
I
the
don't know, you have
midterms?
to tell me, when did the ruling come out? I've been with the astronauts. I've been with contractors because we're trying to get the ballroom built ahead of schedule. It's right on schedule. It's ahead of schedule now. I want to keep it that way. And I was also with commissioning some people, but one of, David Warrington's son, I don't know, David, everybody knows David. He's got this incredible son. So He was just sworn in, so we had other things. Tell me about what happened.
Well, some think that the ruling could create more Republican held congressional seats in the South.
That's good.
Yeah, would you
That's the
want them
kind of ruling I like.
Would you want them to
When
pursue
did that
that?
happen?
Well, the Supreme Court ruled.
Am I tripping? That's how we started the conversation, right? When did that happen? He told them when it happened. He explained what happened. He says, "Oh, I like that." When did that happen? Did we just hit a loop? Did I make that up? I am very sleepy. I might have hallucinated it. I don't know. But I'm pretty.
So many people being killed, it's so ridiculous.
Rights Act. Do you want Republican states in the South to look at redrawing congressional districts before the
Everybody has
midterms?
to tell me, when did the ruling come out? I've been with the astronauts. I've been with contractors because we're trying to get the ballroom built
Yeah.
ahead of schedule. It's right on schedule. It's ahead of schedule now. I want to keep it that way.
It came out today.
And I was also with commissioning some people, but one of, David Warrington's son, I don't know, you know David, everybody knows David. He's got this incredible son. So he was just sworn in. So we had other things. Tell me about
Okay. Tell me about the ruling.
what happened.
Well, some think that the ruling could create more Republican held congressional seats in the South.
That's good.
Yeah, would you
That's
want
the
them
kind of ruling I like.
Would you want them to
When
pursue
did that
that?
happen?
Well, the
When did that happen? 6:46.
Supreme Court ruled on it this morning.
Really? Is that right? Tell
Really,
me
is
about
that
the
right?
ruling.
Well, I have a
This
question.
is CNN fake news.
On your call with President Putin today, do you think the war in Iran ends first or the war in Ukraine?
I don't think I backed up.
Well,
right
we
now.
talked more about the war in Ukraine, but he would like to be of help. I said, before you help me, I want to end your war. So we had a good talk. I've known him a long time. I think he was ready to make a deal a while ago.
How long? How long have you known him personally? Who is Waffle Jackson?
I think some people made it difficult for him to make a deal, but we talked more about Ukraine.
But which war do you think ends first?
What's your
That's
source
an
on
interesting
that?
question. Coming from you, that's very interesting. Which war would end first? I don't know. Maybe they're on a similar timetable. I think Ukraine, militarily, they're defeated. Okay, you wouldn't know that by reading the fake news, but militarily, look, their Navy. So they had 159 ships. Every ship is right now under.
Is he talking about Ukraine or Iran?
Maybe they're on a similar timetable. I think Ukraine, militarily, they're defeated. Okay, you wouldn't know that by reading the fake news, but militarily, look, their Navy. So they had 159 ships. Every ship is right now underwater. Typically, that's pretty good. What do you think, Jared? I mean, it's going to be hard for them to make a naval comeback. Okay.
The Ukrainian ships are underwater? Yo. Probably not as long as the Bidens that swindle money out of Ukraine to enrich the Biden family. 100 emoji. Bro, Biden's gone, dude. He's gone. Okay? He's gone. Hot country in 5.
And now they have an Air Force. Every one of their planes has been shot down or has been decimated.
Do I have to rewind it again? I think he's just like, his train is just jumping tracks. I think he's just jumping tracks, man. It's all over the place.
Some people made it difficult for him to make a deal, but we talked more about Ukraine.
But which war do you think ends first?
That's an interesting question. You know, coming from you, that's very interesting. Which war would end first? I don't know. Maybe they're on a similar timetable. I think Ukraine, militarily, they're defeated. Okay, you wouldn't know that by reading the fake news, but militarily, look, their Navy. So they had 159 ships. Every ship is right now.
Yeah, it's not me. It's him. He definitely said Ukraine and then definitely is talking about Iran right now with the Navy and the Air Force. Like, yeah, he's definitely talking about Iran, but he's not saying Iran. He's saying Ukraine.
Now underwater. Typically, that's pretty good. What do you think, Jared? I mean,
because he's like looking to the rest of the room for approval. Like, yeah, we blew it up, right? What the fuck? Bro, he's losing it for real, for real.
it's going to be hard for them to make a naval comeback. Okay, now they have an Air Force. Every one of their planes has been shot down or has been decimated. They have missiles, about 82% are gone. And they have drones, and most of them are gone. Most of the factories are mostly gone. And we have tremendous anti-drone equipment now between lasers and that new, very special machine gun that knocks them out of the air like flies. And we use bullets instead of $1 million, missiles to knock out a
Yeah, we've been using missiles though.
$30,000 drone. So I would say Jared would tell me that with everything.
So Jared Kushner, I don't think, did Jared go to Ukraine? I don't think so. So he's got to be, so this whole time he's been talking about Iran, even though he led with Ukraine. That's what I'm gathering.
I think you just heard, typically we're in pretty good shape. And in addition, their economy is crashing. Their, as you know, their money, they call it their money. They don't have a name for it. Their money is valueless.
They don't have a name for it.
They've got inflation that nobody's ever. As you know, their money,
the guy or the girl.
They call it their money. They don't have a name for it. Their money is valueless. They've got inflation that no. Have a name for it. Their money is valueless. They've got inflation that nobody's ever seen before. Other than that, I think they're doing quite well. If you read the New York Times, you'd say they're doing wonderfully because it's fake news. Or if you watch CNN, I mean, you cover it all the time. You think they're doing well. Do you think they're doing well where they have no Navy, no Air Force, no anti-aircraft apparatus, other than what they may have put there? They may have brought in some light stuff during the ceasefire.
He doesn't know that he's on the wrong track. And no one around him feels comfortable enough to be like, Iran. Like, he doesn't have that guy anymore. He's just completely like off in the wilderness now. Like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And there's no one around him to help him. I mean, this is Tues like, I went to fucking space for this bullshit. For real. Hey, MAGA, y'all gonna have to have some hard conversations. He ain't got it.
And we know exactly what.
I mean, like, imagine if he gets into some sort of diplomatic conversation, I don't know, with like the King of England or something. And this motherfucker just like starts naming the wrong country. You know what I mean? Like, people may or may not pick up that he's just like, oh, he means this, but when he said that, like, only people who like are used to that person and know that person give a shit that you meant something else. Everyone else takes you at your word. Just like you fucked up Iceland and Greenland. And Iceland's like, yo, fuck you. Fuck off.
Where it is, so it'll be knocked out within the first 15 minutes.
Yep, he's going to knock out the defenses of Ukraine in the next 15 minutes because he can't figure out how to fucking sentence anymore.
You're
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I want to go back to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, lights are on. Nobody's home.
When did it come out, just now?
No, it came out this morning, but basically very much narrows the Voting Rights Act.
Was it considered a win for?
A win for Republicans.
I love it.
absolutely. But my question.
This is a very good, we can end this discussion for a second. I want to read it.
My question
Wow.
for you, Mr. President, is that some Republican governors have not responded in terms of what they're going to do. I guess early voting, for example, in Louisiana.
Republican governors what?
Republican governors.
What about it?
Early voting begins
Christ.
Saturday there, for instance. Should they redraw the map in the next couple of
I would. I mean, it depends. I mean, some states don't need to redraw and some do. I mean, I know what the concept of the rule, I just haven't seen the result. Yeah, I would say generally, I would think that they would want to do it. Some are greatly helped and some, didn't make much.
Is it me or do his eyes look weird? Don't his eyes look weird? I know I'm not tripping. His eyes look weird. Let me see something. Yeah, look. 2016. See how his eyes are like falling out of his head? Yeah, he's puffy. Right? See, this is 2016. This is well, the clip said it was presidential night or election night. Oh, this is when he launches his bid. Okay. I mean, there's a little puff going on there. But this is you know what I'm saying? Don't look weird. I don't know. It looks it's called pink eye. I don't know if he's got I don't know what's going on. Cuz it's almost like slanted. Right? That's why it caught my eye, because to be honest, it wasn't so much the eyes, it was the neck meat with the eyes. And then I was like, he looked like here, I'll show you. I'll show you who I was thinking about. Oh, what's his name? Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. That's it. This guy. Let me go up to here. This guy right here. Where's a good picture? Not the T pose. Where's a good picture? Here we go. Open. This dude. Don't he look like this dude? Not the Nussie. Don't he look just like him? See? You see it? You see it. He looked just like him. Or another one from the, or the one from the movie. Here we go. No, I don't want that. How is this? How did you let me click a GIF? What the hell is going? What is going on right now? This is pretty good. No, that's not it. That's not it. But you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's like so swollen.
Difference, yeah. I would say they would do that. They have time to do it. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to ask you, there's a lot of drama on the House floor today
several bills were stalled, and a rule took 2 hours to pass today, and there's still some tension over the farm bill. Do you think that you need to get more involved legislatively on Capitol Hill?
Well, we want the farm bill. The Democrats don't. We want security, okay? We need security. We want security. The Democrats don't think we need security. They actually do, but they suffer greatly from Trump derangement syndrome.
Oh, put that on your bingo. Hey, whoever had that on your bingo card. Yeah, see, look. Don't this look like Trump? Right? I'm crazy. That don't look like him? I'm just saying. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. Damn it. See, y'all over here. Stop playing so much. Y'all always playing around. Pushing buttons. I'm patient zero.
Like at levels that nobody's ever seen. They're sick people. There's something wrong with them. They don't want to pay anybody for security. They don't like ICE. They don't like Border Patrol people.
Man, them things are swole up, huh?
They don't like the people that keep us safe. You know, when they ran this, they let 25 million people into our country, and many of those people were from prisons. They were from mental institutions, drug dealers, murderers, 11,888 murders, half of whom committed more than one murder. They think that was fine. I happen to.
Does he currently know where he resides? This is like murder capital, like us in Afghanistan are like the murder capitals of planet Earth. Is he aware of that?
Like law enforcement. They essentially want to defund law enforcement. And I don't think the public's going to let them get away with it. You know, we got it all approved in the great big beautiful bill, and they want to renegotiate. We don't like that.
Mr. President, the King's speech that he made to Congress, he spoke strongly, forcefully about the necessity for a strong.
No way he stayed awake for that speech.
NATO alliance. He also spoke about the necessity to continue to support Ukraine. Did his speech in any way change your thinking on either of those issues?
Well, you have to understand my thinking is, I think, exactly correct, but I was very disappointed with the fact that when we called on them to give us a little hand, we didn't need it. I actually did it just to see whether or not they'd be there. When we called on NATO to give us a hand with Ukraine and in particular, the most recent, you know, we asked them to do certain things on Ukraine, and we also wanted them to do things with Iran. And on Ukraine, they're very much involved, but they didn't do things the way we would like to see it. You know, it's been going on for a long time. And on Iran, they weren't there. As you know it better than anybody. They weren't there. The king is fantastic. We spent a lot of time together. We had a lot of time.
Yeah, I figured he would say something like that because he has like crushes on people in power positions and he sucks up to them. Even though he's the president of the United States, he still fucking kisses people's ass if they're the top of whatever they're doing. Like, do I have the Mom Donnie picture available? Like, need I say more? Soon as Mom Donnie went in there and fucking rizzed his boots off, he didn't know what to do. He said, go get me my turtlenecks. I need an ascot, damn it.
We talked about this also.
He's a follower.
And he loves his country, and he's a great king, and he's a great friend of mine. And I think if he were doing that, if that were up to him, he would have probably helped us with Iran. He would have followed the suggestions we made with respect to Ukraine.
Oh, too bad. The king's not in charge. Oh, damn.
Because, you know, we have some disagreements on Ukraine and not having to do with NATO so much as European countries. But
what's your disagreement on Ukraine? That they should just give it to Russia? What's the disagreement?
No, he's coming back tomorrow. We had an incredible evening last night, and he's leaving tomorrow. He's going to come back and see us before he leaves. And, but
man, his scalp is looking especially pink today. I'm never going to like not bring up the fact that this motherfucker has orange spray paint on his face and everyone treats it like it's normal. It is not fucking normal for him to do this as a grown ass 80-year-old man, to get your fucking face spray painted 30 seconds before you go on camera every time. I don't know if he's got some sort of like skin condition or if he just wants to feel pretty, but I hope that's not coming out of the tax budget. I am not funding his gender affirming care.
I think he's a phenomenal representative for his country. I think the people in the United Kingdom should be proud. I loved the speech yesterday. I watched it. I loved the speech last night.
Cap. Cap.
I don't know about my speech. I thought my speech was okay too, but I thought he was. I think he's an unbelievable king. And by the way, an unbelievable queen. They are a great couple.
This morning, I don't think we were talking about how busy you were this morning. James Comey was in court. He self-surrendered. He's now in charge a second time. This time over a social media post with seashells that said 8647. Do you really think that he was endangering your life or threatening your life with that?
Well, if anybody knows anything about crime, they know 86. You know what 86 is? A mob term for kill him, you know?
Hey, yo, take the rack of lamb and give it and make it sleep with the fishes, because that's what 86 means in restaurants. It means assassinate the food. Put it in the oven with a glaze.
You ever see the movies? 86 him. The mobster says to one of his wonderful associates, 86 him. That means kill him. It's, I think of it as a mob term. I don't know, people think of it as something having to do with disappearing, but the mob uses that term to say.
And everybody knows Trump is dialed in to the man on the ground. He knows all about that stuff. Remember when he won the election on grocery? Grocery. Everybody likes to buy their grocery. Groceries. Yes, I always buy the grocery store. Grocery store. I always shop there for groceries.
When they want to kill somebody, they say 86, the son of a gun. I'm trying to keep the language nice and clear. They don't use that term, son of a gun. They use another term. But that's a mob term for killing.
Nah, he don't cuss. Hold on. I know he didn't. Not a nice word. Let me just.
Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards.
Yeah.
Do you really think your life is in danger?
Probably. I don't know. You know, based on what I'm seeing out there, yeah, the people like Comey have created tremendous danger, I think, for politicians and others. Comey is a dirty cop. He's a very dirty cop. He cheated on the elections.
Yeah, he cheated on the elections. Did y'all know that?
Tried to help Hillary Clinton, as you know. He dismissed a lot of things.
He hurt Hillary Clinton by bringing it up again. Hey, 2 British pounds.
He's a real stiff.
From Viper Scott, thank you so much. Might get a wee payment from UK. I want to come visit you guys up there, man. Yes. Oh, look, it's Texas Shane again. I wonder if this is going to be like Texas Pete or Texas Scott. Are you a bot too? We already predicted it's going to be Kash Patel. He's going to be fired. Bro can't get nothing right. He can't get shit right. He about to have a whole nother meltdown when he try to log in next week, and that shit does not work.
That he should have proceeded with.
Oh, they would make him work the whole day and then fire him at the end of his shift. That's the worst shit. That's the worst shit.
I wasn't involved, but he should have proceeded with. No, he's a dirty cop. He's a crooked man. Yeah.
Mr. President, you just described there's been a
He's
disagreement
crooked.
between the U.S. and Keir Starmer on support for Iran. Did your visit with the king smooth that over or create any more?
My visit with the king really was just. It was extraordinary. I mean, he's an extraordinary man. He's an
Meanwhile, the astronauts are still standing there at parade rest.
extraordinary person, and yeah, it helps from the standpoint that when you like the king of a country so much, it probably helps your relationship with the prime minister. But in that case, the prime minister, I said, "Do you want to send a little help?" He said, "No, we'll send it after you win the war." I said, "That's not good. That's not good." What do you think of that, Jared? Sending help after we win the war? I don't know. Some of that bothers me. Wait, I don't want to get you guys involved, but I can imagine what.
Then why you keep doing that to people? He tried to get that DoorDash lady's like, and the transgenders, am I right? And she's like, I'm here to talk about tax on tips. She's like, I'm not part of that thing. I'm your political puppet for this agenda item. Remember? And the fact that they brought that lady from fucking New Mexico all the way to fucking Washington, D.C. just so she could deliver him McDonald's is fucking hilarious.
The United Arab Emirates, the UAE, they pulled out of OPEC.
Yeah,
What do you think about
I
that?
think it's great. I mean, I think it's great. Look, I know him very well, Mohammed, and very smart. And he probably maybe wants to go his own way. That's a good thing. I think ultimately it's a good thing for getting the price of gas down, getting oil down, getting everything down. They have it all. He's a great leader, actually. So no, I'm okay. They're having some problems in OPEC.
Mr. Kevin Warsh passed a hurdle today. The Senate Banking Committee confirmed his nomination to go to the Senate floor. He'll be on the Fed in mid-May.
Yeah, we watched some of that on Unboxed. That guy's an absolute fucking diabolical train wreck. It should be up on like the regular channel. I think it was last week's episode.
Is your expectation that he can persuade the other Fed governors to lower interest rates?
Well, we'll see. I mean, they should,
recently,
because it's a good time to lower them. We're the most prime country anywhere.
If you lower the rates, you will put us in a depression.
In the world, we're right now having investments made in our country at a level that nobody's ever seen. No other country's ever seen it.
Yeah, but it's all for fucking AI, which doesn't fucking provide anything. So it doesn't mean anything.
Tens of billions of dollars are being invested. Factories, auto plants, AI. I mean, not just AI, because AI is new.
Except for that Hyundai plant when that fucking racist lady called ICE on those Korean workers. And then they chained all those people to the side of a building in fucking in the American South, and they all thought that they were going to get fucking murdered because ICE was so terrifying and disrespectful with them. Unbelievable.
We're leading China by a lot in AI, as you know. I'm letting them build their own electric plants. They're building them, otherwise you could never do it. It was a concept that I came up with. I'm very proud of it. And by the way, they're building electric plants.
Building an electric plant. That's his concept. You're welcome.
Plants that people in the utility industry have never seen before. They're saying, man, that's incredible. So they're building these massive.
And what does it do?
Buildings that cost billions of dollars, and they're building their own electric plants. So they're not taking from a source or the old grid, Investments made in our country at a level that nobody's ever seen. No other country's ever seen.
Hear that again.
Tens of billions of dollars are being invested.
Yeah.
Factories, auto plants, AI. I mean, not just AI, because AI is new. We're leading China by a lot in AI, as you know. I'm letting them build their own electric plants. They're building them, otherwise you could never do it. It was a concept that I came up with. I'm very proud of it. And by the way, they're building electric plants that people in the utility industry have never seen before. They're saying, man, that's incredible. So they're building these massive buildings that cost billions of dollars, and they're building their own electric plants. So they're not taking.
No, they're not. They're hooking into the grid. Lying bitch.
From a source or the old grid, you know, an old.
Yeah, and China's not behind on anything. I don't know who keeps telling him that. China, the China of today is not the China of the 1980s.
Grid that would be able to do it. No, we're leading with everything, but in the history of our beautiful world, there's never been a country that has so much money being invested in it as us. And tremendous number of auto plants, by the way. The auto plants are coming out of Canada, Mexico, Japan, South Korea, Germany. They're all coming to the United States. And the reason is I have
how many?
A very smart tariff policy. You know, we were taken advantage of for years. We were being ripped off by other countries for years, and those days are over. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, before we go on, how long are you prepared to maintain the blockade? Could that go several more months?
Well,
I'll stop the blockade as soon as they do what I say, which could be tomorrow or 100 years from now. But we're ready to fight either way. That's my prediction.
the blockade is genius. Okay, the blockade has been.
I forgot. He has to start by complimenting himself. Half points already.
100% foolproof. It shows how good our Navy is. I can tell you that. Nobody's going to play games. We have the greatest military in the world, and I built much of it during my first term, and we've been building it since. And the greatest anywhere in the world, nobody even close. And you see that whether it's Venezuela, and they have a good military in Venezuela, but it was over in one day. It was actually over in about 48 minutes. Iran, the same thing. I mean, militarily, we've wiped them out. They have no military left. It's all the Navy's at the bottom of the sea. The Air Force is never going to fly again. We've got an amazing military. Now they have to cry uncle. That's all they have to do. Just say, we give up. We give up. But their economy.
Great to check that. I have heard AI data centers are sometimes also building electrical generators as part of the build out. Yeah, fucking methane turbines. You know, like, oh, I'm generating my own power by fucking natural gas.
Economy is really in trouble. So it's a dead economy.
Fury and the blockade get Iran to nuclear talks fast enough, or do you think another wave of strikes will be necessary?
I don't know. It depends. We have talks. We're having talks with them now, and we're not flying anymore with 18-hour flights every time we want to see a piece of paper. We're doing it telephonically, and it's very nice. I make a call, or I have my people make a call, and you know the answer. I always like face-to-face. I consider it better. But when you have to fly,
why don't you go over there?
Fly 18 hours every time you want to have a meeting, and you know what the meeting's all about. And you know they're going to give you a piece of paper that you don't like before you even leave. It's ridiculous. And they've come a long way. The question is whether or not they're going to go far enough. So at this moment, there will never be a deal unless they agree that there will be no nuclear weapons.
They already agreed to that before you tore up the deal.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you considering relocating NASA's headquarters out of DC? States like Florida, Texas, and Ohio have expressed interest.
You're going to have to say it differently.
Sorry, are you considering relocating NASA's headquarters out of DC once the lease is up? States like Texas, Ohio, and Florida.
Well, the best man to tell you that is the man standing right over here. You heard that question with those beautiful ears of yours? He's
with those beautiful ears of yours. What the fuck?
He's got great hearing, he's got super hearing.
Trick of the trade, sir.
What's the answer to that?
I think the answer to that is we have 10 amazing centers around the country that all kind of bubble up to contribute to the mission we're able to undertake, like Artemis II. I think in terms of the headquarters, we have a lot of people very interested in our mission. So being here in DC gives us the opportunity to kind of interact from all our stakeholders, make sure we make the right decisions for the nation.
Yeah, DC is an advantage, I guess, for you. It's got to go around. It's got to see some senators, make sure they keep going, right?
Yes, Mr. President.
Probably staying around is not so bad. And importantly, Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country. When I came here,
didn't you have a correspondent? Didn't you have a dinner the other night? Never mind.
A little more than a year ago, it was a very unsafe city. And now, maybe even more importantly than that, we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And you helped make it hot. You know, you helped make it hot. When a year and a half ago, and I say it a lot, the king of Saudi Arabia, but others also, the king of Saudi Arabia said, Mr. President, a year and a half ago, we thought you had a dead country. We thought the United States was a dead country. And now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world, and we do. And believe it or not, I mean, when everybody in the world was watching that incredible performance by NASA,
I gotta go up and see how long ago you called that shot.
Where they get the bravery, I have no idea. But you're a big part of it. You really are. We have the hottest country in the world. Thank you very much, everybody. Great.
Thank you, President.
That was rough. Rough. That was horrible. Guys want to see something funny? Yo, what's up with him? What's up with this guy? Gina called it hot country in 543 at 340, which has got to be a record. It's got to be a record. Yo, what's up with Trump's body? What's going on over there? Is this a clone? Is this one of them clones? What am I looking at here? You know? What am this? What am this? Not that one. This one's good. Something's amiss. You see what I'm looking at? What is that? Is it an exoskeleton? He's shedding? Is that the only way he can molt? Is to shed the entire outer parts? It's a hip support, so it doesn't fall out of his chair. That is true. He is old. That's somebody's president. He got that dog. It is a shadow column. I mean, like lobsters, you know what I mean? They gotta drop it all. Oh, this is the Amazon clone. Great. And it's just as bad as the original. And this one runs on lithium batteries because that motherfucker sleeps about 2.5 hours a day. Oh, because he gets all of his naps during his meetings about all the important stuff to save the world. Well, I am going to go say hi to the missus. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Tim has been black-sided. He lost his internet. His internet died. But we're going to see you guys in the morning. So go drink some water. Take all the medicine that you're supposed to take today. Say hello to an old friend. And always drink your meek.